Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans feature right here on the TNI network. This is Trent, my co-hosts. Quite a few of them today. Quite a few people I got to name off here. All right, let's see if I can get this right. We got Jaybone. We got Bill. We got Alicia. We got Uncle Mark. And joining us today is the Taxman, all the way up from Canada, where all the cold air comes from and all the snow that we're getting in the US comes from.
That's bad.
Thank you very much, Taxman.
Yeah, sorry, everyone.
This is all your fault. All your people's fault, Taxman. This is all you guys. I'm going to blame you for all.
I'll take it, brother. I'll take it. That's cool.
Taxman is here from Grappling with Canada. He's going to just be a guest panelist today because he is one of our old school biggest supporters from day one. He is like going back from the old days of TNI. So Taxman definitely
heads for life.
Impact from the Impact Heads days. This is prior to me, even. So, but guys, we're gonna kick off. We have a guest to kick off everything today. She's a returning guest, two-time champion of TNI, but she also now has her own show on AXS TV. This is huge. Mark, I'm gonna let you do the intro because you set this all up. You're probably the one who probably the most hype out of all of us. Not that we're all not hype, but you're probably the most hype.
Totally hype.
And your power might go out, so I'm gonna let you get your shit in now.
Yeah, if I drop out. I am in Texas. For those of you that don't know, I was without power for 25 hours. So without further ado, we have decided that now would be the perfect time with her show debuting.
Yes.
Before the Impact to bring back our very own friend of the show, Gia Miller.
Let's see. There she is. Me and Joe putting her right in the middle. Boom. What's up, Gia? Oh, not me. Don't make me. There we go. What's up, Gia?
We got it.
Howdy. I love that. Y'all get me so hyped. Yeah. I feel like I'm coming through the curtain. I can't get it right now. So that's
we gotta do it next time. We gotta do like the full on intro, coming in from so and so town. No wait. We're just gonna go coming in from so and so town, here to kick your ass and get all the scoops. Me, Gia Miller.
Listen, I told y'all I was running with the scoop thing. I'm running with it.
All right, we gotta verify this now.
Scoops.
Was that a shout out to us? Was that a little shout out? Yes, it was.
Shout out to y'all.
We appreciate that.
And it's not just a one-time thing. I do it in every episode.
That's awesome.
and this is my new motion, the scoop. I started doing it, and I did it once, and I went, well, I got to stick with it. Scoop.
That's awesome. Mark texted me right away. He's like, we're over. We're so over.
I popped off my couch. I was like, we made it.
So for anybody who missed it or whatever, didn't catch it, maybe weren't aware of it yet, break the show down. Just give us a little summary. We'll talk about it as well in the review a little bit, guys, but we want to hear right from one. There's three hosts. One of them is right here, so she's going to give it to you better than we can.
Sure. So behind the Impact, or BTI, as we are lovingly calling it, which sounds like a boy band to me, and I love that. It's basically our show before the show. It's before the Impact. Did I say behind the Impact? Because I meant before the Impact.
I can't remember now. We got to go to the tape. Somebody go to the replay.
Don't even know the name of my own show. What kind of host am I? But it's similar to the pre-shows we've been doing before all of our pay-per-views. We've got me, John Burton, and Josh Matthews, who are running down everything, basically telling you everything that's happened up until this point that's setting up the match for tonight, which I think is super, super helpful. Maybe if you haven't caught the pay-per-view or you don't have the app, which if you don't, why don't you get Impact Plus?
$8.
Because tons of stuff happens on these app specials that we have. And so this past one, we had so much happen. And so we run down everything, just get everybody up to date. And we have an exclusive match, exclusive interviews, and expert analyses from me, yours truly, and Josh Matthews, as well as our ringside commentators, Matt Stryker and D'Lo Brown.
It was super cool. I think, and Bill and Jay, did you guys go live with the co-stream for before the Impact too?
We went live for the match at the end because that's the one thing we weren't sure if it was an AXS exclusive show, but it was on Twitch. So we're like, oh, we got to get there. So starting next week, we will go with the whole thing.
Yeah. So 3 hours of Impact Wrestling. This is crazy. Think about this. Yeah, an hour of you guys 2 hours of the show and then like almost 2 hours of us. This is like a 5-hour night of talking about what is actually a 2-hour show.
Honestly, that's how it happens. I feel like so often. I'll use our training school for example. Like we started, it was we had our beginners class from 6:30 to 8, and then from 8 to 9:30 it was the advanced class. Well, then it merged into everybody come for those both time slots, and we stay for the full time. And then it turned into, okay, let's get here a few minutes early, and we'll do something like this. Well, now we get there at 5. We do DDPY before we get started.
Oh, look at that!
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great warm up, and it's something that I think all wrestlers should do as just a preventative measure. And also it's a great workout even if you aren't a wrestler or need to do that preventative maintenance. But so it's progressed into like I'll be there for like 6 hours, and it's just 6 hours of nothing but wrestling, but really 24 hours is nothing but wrestling for me now. I said it earlier today, I remember a time when I used to have like a life outside of wrestling. And that's not that long ago. And now it's just like my whole life is consumed by it. And I love it.
Isn't it? Do you ever notice that you start relating real life situations to wrestling? Then you're like, oh, that could be a storyline. Or man, I remember when that happened on TV or something like that. Or you're like, so you start calling like things gimmicks, like you're over.
I've been doing that. Like, I used to say that like that thing jig, that diddly bob, like just whatever came out of my mouth. Now it's just give me that gimmick.
The gimmick. Or you start for I'm such a mark for the Bachelorette or something.
Yeah. I say it's so funny because I have 3 of my best friends are not wrestlers. And they don't watch wrestling. Well, I have one. She watched wrestling when she was younger, so she at least like half gets it. And then the other 2 just like no clue. And one of them was actually in England, and she was on a bus. And there were some boys sitting behind her, and she was like, "I have no idea who they were talking about. I have no idea what they were talking about." But I recognized like this like wrestling jargon, and I knew they were talking about wrestling because otherwise I would have had no idea. But I knew like these words that you say, like mark and gimmick, over and this, that, and the other. Like she was like things I would not have thought of. Like just had no. It would have been a foreign language to me, but I recognized jargon. So,
like I'm going on this podcast with these bunch of marks to get myself over tonight. Okay.
So, yeah, this has to be cool. I mean, this is your own show now. This is you're one of the hosts of the show. That's got to be pretty awesome because you went to school for you went to broadcasting, right? Was it broadcasting or what did you go? Yeah. So you have a show now. Like this is it.
Yeah, it is so crazy, and I'm not gonna lie to you, when I got the call, I thought it was the "we're not using you anymore" call. I was like, dang it, I overstepped my boundaries. I've gotten too comfortable. But it was like, do you want to come in for an extra 2 days and film a whole nother show? We'll do 5 episodes right off the bat. And I'm like, heck yeah, I do.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty last minute too. Like I didn't know until probably the week before we went down to Nashville. And so it's kind of a running joke of me having to write down my outfit, my earrings, the way I wore my hair, the way I like my necklaces, the way I did my makeup for each episode. Sometimes we film out of order, and there have been times when we've left and I've had to come back and film for episodes that I can't remember what I wore. So now I'm having to keep up with all that stuff for 2 shows. But thankfully, it's like, okay, whatever you wore for episode 1, you'll wear for episode this of Impact. And just, I have lots of lists now.
This is the plight that we don't know. Like Alicia could probably relate to like having to keep track of your makeup and your outfit and how hard it is to do all that stuff. Like Alicia, like this isn't easy for you girls.
I think her job's a little harder in that sense.
It's a lot because you'll notice. I don't mean to pull back the curtain a little too much, but you'll notice I'll wear my hair the exact same way for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Now, I did notice this, though. I noticed the dress was the same when you did the interview segment in the ring. And I was like, and I swear, just because we're a little more behind the scenes and we pay attention to that stuff, I was like, oh, good consistency. She's wearing the same dress from being
Oh, yeah. I'm a sucker for continuity. Like, because I look for those things. Like, oh, that was, this happened instead of this. And, because movie magic.
Right.
I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. And we actually filmed some stuff from the last loop or 2 loops ago during this loop. And I was like, wait, I had a ponytail. I got to fix my hair. So I had to refix my hair and then unfix it and then refix it again to shoot what I had already shot. It's
a lot of work for you guys.
A lot of work.
There's no like tape review area. Like if you needed to remember that, because I didn't see one when I was down there with you guys.
No, there's not. I have to track down somebody that has that footage. Typically, it's Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
He's the master of data
for this episode, and he's like,
how many times a day does that guy get his door knocked on? You can attest to that. Everybody is constantly just Eric. That he is an unsung hero of Impact Wrestling. I gotta say, Eric Tompkins is like the brain behind a lot of stuff we see. So
everything you see you're like, oh wow, that was really cool. He probably did.
Yeah, we gotta get him on here one of these days and those production guys need a shout out. Kevin's in here a lot though, but
and he's been around forever, like since so he knows everybody. He knows everything. He's worked on everything that you've ever loved from Impact. Like he's seen it all.
I never realized he was there he started as an intern in like 2007. Mm-hmm. I was like, you've been there that long? He's like, yeah, I've been here a long time. I'm like, holy shit, I had no idea. So that's crazy. Yeah, he's super, super cool. That's awesome, G. I'm really same crew, obviously. I'm sure the same crew is doing your show, right? They're all doing your stuff as well. Yeah.
It's all the same crew. It's in the same place. We just use a little room in one of the hallways.
How cool is John Burton? He's a good friend of ours in this show.
I love him. He's so funny and he's so great to work with. Like we have good chemistry, I feel like, and so I do love working with him a lot.
That's awesome.
And it sounds like John's off the hook, Trent, because we had him on the show 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
So it sounds like he may not have known because there were thoughts that maybe he was sandbagging us a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't mention it.
Okay, no, he probably didn't. He probably
maybe happened in the next couple days, probably.
It was literally like right before. It was kept pretty close.
Yeah, because you guys were down there last. He was there. He was with us 2 weeks ago, right? And then I think he went probably to film that maybe the next day or the next couple days later, or whatever. Or we. That's crazy. Yeah, because we were like, wait, was he on the show and he didn't tell us anything? What the hell? No, that's awesome. That is super cool. Can you tell us anything about next week? Some people were asking in the chat. Can you reveal the match of next week, or is that kind of a surprise that we just
can't reveal the match? But I can give you.
Here's a scoop I want to ask you. This could be our exclusive.
All right, here we go.
Have you and or John come up with a cool little nickname for Josh Matthews?
No.
Not yet.
Always the goat. He won't let it go.
Me and Josh Matthews, we've got beef.
This could be the exclusive match in a couple weeks.
Hold on.
You'll see it unfold.
Well, speaking of beef, Gia, there is another insider on BTI. How about you and the Iceman?
Iceman. Now, I don't have beef with Iceman. I think Josh Matthews, that's the problem we have. He tries to stir the pot. He tries to plant those seeds. Like I'm gonna have a problem with Iceman because he's also getting a scoop. But listen, we journalists, we stick together. We are after the same thing. We are after the same craft. Now, whoever puts it first, it is just a case of right place, right time. That's just how it goes. TMZ sometimes is in the right bush. The sun's in the wrong one. I have to see what all Iceman can bring to the show. and we'll see if he's up to the scooping level.
All right. The test is on. The test is on. All right, cool. Very cool. You know, we're so happy for you, and we were like excited you can bring. We lost Mark. I think he must have lost his power. I'm guessing because he's
Probably
in
did.
Texas.
Oh, we did. lose
We lost him. His power. He's been up. His power's been up and down ever since Texas got demolished last night. So
God bless him.
he kind of told us, he's like, if I might cut out because if my power grid blows again. So
I'll message him. I'll see if he's okay. I have to talk to
check out him. Make sure he's up. But you just go and plug it one more time for everybody. Just let everybody know where to find it, what time, what it's going to be about. Just give us that whole thing. Oh, Daniel Spencer over here confirming some details about John.
So BTI, that is our new weekly pre-show before the show. It comes on at, well, if you're, what time zone am I in? Shoot. Eastern?
You're Eastern. I think you're Eastern.
It's on at 7 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes.
6 o'clock Central. So just the hour right before Impact, we're given an exclusive match, exclusive interviews, a full rundown of everything that's happened so far, whether on the pay-per-view, the app special, the week before. You'll get it all right there just in case you missed anything and weren't able to go back and watch it. It's me, John Burton, and Josh Matthews giving you all the scoop, all the dirt, all the dish. We even do social media countdown.
I love that. That was a good touch, by the way.
That's a new thing that we're doing. So we'll have our top 5 social media moments of the week, and that's based off of our fan interactions. So like the more you like it, the more you share it, the more you retweet it, the higher it ranks.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Cool. Very cool. Guys, the hashtag is BTI on AXS TV. So go ahead, all your feedback, even about this interview right here. Put that hashtag in as well. Let people see it. I know Scott was looking at all of them. He was retweeting people. So the boss is looking, guys. Let him know how much you like
let
it.
him know that you like it or what you want to see more of. Because especially because it's so new, we're watching and we're ready for, like, we have the opportunity to make those adjustments and to give the fans what they want.
Speaking of giving the fans what they want, now that you're a big player, you got pull now, you got your own show. BTI on AXS TV is a good hashtag for the before the show. After the show, there's a post show that people seem to love. That could be maybe TNI on AXS TV. Could be a real cool thing. Jaybone, I don't know about if your TV ready yet, but the rest of us, God damn it, we're gonna be on AXS TV.
We're gonna
as you get that stroke, Gia, you gotta. Jaybone, you did wax today. Very nice.
I waxed.
All right, maybe you can be on TV. But Gia's going to pull some strings. As she gets more power, she'll be owning the place eventually. The way this career progression's been going, I mean, she'll just take the Knockouts title, instead of having to even get in the ring for it.
Technically, I guess I made my in-ring debut tonight.
Yes.
Tonight,
that's huge. That's rare.
In the ring.
That is very true. That was the in-ring debut. All right, we were here for it. Remember this guy.
No longer backstage. No longer backstage.
No. My real in-ring debut, it'll be bigger. I won't even have to sing.
And with the cool gear, the gear we've heard so much about.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I got a very nice Valentine's Day present.
Is it from a good friend of ours as well? Is it from that certain someone who's likes to jump in on interviews?
A good friend, a friend. A person that we know sometimes we claim him. But no, he got me we actually went to a flea market and there was a leather vendor and there was this beautiful white leather jacket that had fringe just all the way down it. And I was like,
there we go.
And he was like, you're leaving here with it. So say present.
Very nice.
Fringe jacket.
Very cool.
And that spread of food you all had, I was envious of that. That was nice.
My present to him was
very nice, very cool, very cool. No, we're super happy for you. It's great. We love having the extra content. It's a great hype up show. Like it had me more hyped up. I think I can speak for all of us. We were all way more hyped up going into the actual show with the pre-show. It was like, okay, cool. Especially with the match being where it was too. Like the match at the end just kind of leads right in. It was a lot of fun.
That is the goal, is to put it right there. So that action, you're ready, you're warmed up, your palate has been cleansed, and you're ready to go. It's your appetizer.
I love it.
Yeah, if people didn't watch it, they really should watch it. Go back and watch this one, but watch it next week because it flows with the show. It's a third hour of impact. I don't even look at it as a pre-show because you gave all those hints during there. Like you found out that FinJuice was going to be in ring in the match, not just on the show. You found out about the Moose Tommy Dreamer match.
So
there was all kinds of stuff going on, but you had to watch this show, so you got to watch it, and Tommy references it in the main show too, so it all connects. So definitely check it out.
That's super cool. But yeah, guys, again, don't forget BTI on AXS TV is the hashtag. It's hashtags for Impact go all night, and they are looking. I know I'll get a like sometimes from Scott at like 3 a.m. because I'm like, this guy's going through his feed, looking at what people said about the show.
That's time. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. That's Scott.
Exactly. Yep. So, guys, tweet it out. Get your feedback. If you missed it, I think it's on YouTube, right, Bill? You said it's on YouTube?
It is. Yeah, the way it was on YouTube is they started later and then went commercial free.
Okay, so it's a delay on YouTube. So maybe it's just the first episode to kick it off. But either way, go check it out. It's on YouTube, guys. But that's awesome. Gia, thank you again for coming on. We're so happy for you. We're excited about the show. And if there's, you guys ever want to come on, plug, we'll get John in here again, too. We'll balance it out. Josh, Josh is too cool for school. He doesn't want to.
Josh is tough. Josh is tough, man. You might have to make that happen, but I don't know. There's beef.
I'll crack the whip.
Crack the whip. Tell Josh that Bill is like one of however many people who actually owns a Josh Matthews t-shirt. He actually has the Josh Matthews announcer. What is it? The GOAT t-shirt?
The GOAT.
Bill?
The GOAT.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, they actually like you here. So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take him. We'll take him on here. We can fix any damaged reputation Josh might have. We'll take care of it right here. All right, Gia, we'll let you go. Thank you again. Awesome to talk to you. And congrats again on the show. We love it.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much for having me. It's always so fun.
Awesome. Me and Gia Miller, everybody. We will talk to you later. Woo. All right, guys. We got a review to do. Let's get this review going as well. We got all right, Gia's out. Jaybone, I don't want you that big. Change the setting. I don't want you this big, Jaybone.
Hey, all right. I like this. I like this. Oh,
no, I don't like this. There we go. I'm way more bound. We lost Mark, guys. Mark's gone.
Maybe he'll be back.
I did message him, so I'm gonna keep my eye on my Twitter box, and hopefully he's
getting his power by doing this right now.
Yeah, just turning the wheel.
He's got gerbils on the machines right now. They're running around for him.
Poor guy. Poor Mark.
Somebody forgot to feed him.
Yeah, he was texting me like late, like, man, I got no power. I don't know what to do. Like he's like, this sucks. Like
hopefully he was keeping his phone charged.
Well, that's what gets his power kicked in at like 3 a.m. And I'm like, charge your phone immediately. Just get everything charged in the house. Then he was fine. Then I guess he went down again. So, Mark, if you're back up, come on up and hang out with us. But all right, guys, we're going to start. We got Jaybone, a little news you want to talk about? We got the before the impact talk out. We got the main cell happen there.
Oh yeah, we got a big piece of news to talk about.
All right, let's do it, guys. Let's hit the jingle. It's with the jingle. It's going to be Jaybone's news.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now Jaybone's news. It's been a while since we did some actual news before the review in the proper time we were supposed to do this. So here we are. He says he's got big news. I don't know what it is. Anyway, take it away, Jaybone.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
There we go, Jaybone. Led you pretty nicely there. Let's get the news going here.
I love my jingle. Thank you so much. All right, so this is a big piece of news, and it's international. That shows you how big it is. So found out this morning, we touched on this in our own private chat. So yeah, we're just bringing it back up here for the public who has not seen this. Africa's Star Times Network has acquired Impact Wrestling programming, 250 plus hours of content to their platform.
Huge.
So, and just to put a little extra emphasis on where this is going to hit, this is going to, let's see here, I'm looking at the article. The acquisition extends Impact's reach even further across the globe, bringing the slate of the promotion's most popular series to over 13 million DVB subscribers and 20 million OTT users throughout sub-Saharan Africa, including Kenya, Nigeria, Tanzania, South Africa, and I'm gonna botch this up. I can't pronounce this last one. I apologize. Among others,
you're gonna try to pronounce it.
Okay, I'll try. I'll
Jay.
try. All right. Côte d'Ivoire. How about that? Probably
The Ivory
completely
Coast,
off.
essentially.
What is it? Well, the Ivory Coast, right?
Ivory Coast,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What he said. There you go. So
Well, we got you here, Taxman. You have a French influence in that country, you know, and where you're at, you can help him out a little bit.
I'm just here for the translation and the cold weather, so.
Thank you.
There you go.
And the
There
taxes.
you go. He's not gonna. He's not gonna snowball us. All right. So yeah.
That's huge.
Congrats to Impact Wrestling. And you know what? It's interesting because our Facebook page, the TNI Facebook page, I always keep track of like all the likes, who's liking and who's following and stuff. And every once in a while, we'll get a very unique name, and I'll click on it and see where it's from. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's from Nigeria. So that there's just the emphasis on that. So it's great, you know.
Global brand.
Market's huge out there. It's a huge country, and with a lot of wrestling fans out there. So
Yeah.
that's big, man. That's really big.
Yeah.
What if they do a Bound for Glory in Africa one day? That'd be interesting, huh, Bill? Bill, would you fly out to Bound for Glory?
I'll go anywhere for Impact.
Can you imagine?
As RK Shuttleworth said, when he was in Africa, he watched it.
Oh,
so.
that's right. That's where he was at. Very cool. Alicia, can you imagine Bill getting off the plane in Nigeria? Go, where's their Impact Wrestling at?
Absolutely.
I would need somebody to come pick me up at the airport.
Get the moose vest.
They got to pay him to go to the shows because he's willing to go anywhere worldwide for Impact.
Hey, Tatum's is Nigerian.
Oh, there you
go.
go. So we got some of our folks there. So,
Tremendous,
you guys in Africa,
Well,
let us know how
that's part of the job, Daniel Spencer. But hopefully you have your passport now, because that was your issue. You didn't have your passport.
That was your issue, Daniel Spencer. Get that passport ready. But that's cool, Tatum's. Let us know how big of a deal that is. Like just you being there locally, the stations and everything that were announced. Let us know. And Daniel Spencer, speaking of which, you're going to be seen in Africa, all over Africa. How does that make you feel? For a guy who wasn't expecting any of this to happen, as he told us, you know, how it all just kind of happened for him. Look at that. You're a global referee now, Daniel Spencer.
And he
Rudy
was
Charles.
the BTI. He was the BTI referee tonight.
That's right, he was. We'll talk about that in a second. But what else you got, Jay?
Let's see. Going over to the news page. Well, we saw the debut of FinJuice from New Japan Pro Wrestling on the episode tonight. That was pretty big. I just want to quick throw that out there. It's great to see that door, as it says here at the top here, the door, other side, the door has been kicked open. There we go. We also have the Triple XL theme song and entrance video was added to their YouTube. See, I'm a music guy, so I keep track of that kind of stuff. So great tune from them. I also like the entrance theme from FinJuice. Hopefully they'll put that up there too.
I imagine. I'm guessing it's an Impact original song. Speaking of Africa, I just want to tie this in real quick. Hakeem, our friend, buddy Hakeem, also has a new article out for Black History Month for the top 10 most influential African Americans in Impact Wrestling history. So that is on his Twitter, and he's posting that everywhere. So Hakeem, put your Twitter account in there so people can catch that too. That all ties in as well. That's very nice. Anything else, Jay? Any other breaking news?
No, I don't have
breaking.
anything, but yeah, I was gonna say Bill usually catches what I don't. So yeah, go ahead.
Bill.
Well,
He's fat.
Jesus Christ.
speaking of Scott Steiner,
Jesus.
Oh, God, I was like, wait a minute.
Sacrifice has been announced as the Impact Plus special in March on the 13th.
There we go. March 13th is the next special. Another name brought back from the old days of TNA. So Sacrifice is back. That's
I
cool.
believe we had Sacrifice last year as well. I think.
I can't remember. Did we have Sacrifice?
Or 2 years. It may have gotten mixed in there.
Okay.
Feels like it's
I'll
not
have to
too
look.
long ago.
One thing I want to add real quick. One piece of news. I saw the DVDs are partially back on the website. Bound for Glory
just
and
is available. Yeah.
Yeah, and Hard to Kill, but no Slammiversary, and that's the one that was like on there for a minute and it's gone. So I'm hoping that comes back because I don't have that one yet in my collection.
Oh boy.
But Bound for Glory is up for sale as well as the Hard to Kill pre-sale if you want to buy that. So that's what I saw news-wise.
Well, also news-wise, on Friday, we mentioned it on the Sunday show, but in case anyone didn't watch that, Great Muda from the Night You Can't Miss, he won the Noah Championship, was
the GHC
title that Eddie Edwards had, and he inferred that the plan is at some point to head over and defend that title in Impact Wrestling.
Eddie's a former champion. Let's remember that. So that could happen. That could be very cool. I mean, you have so much going on, man. All the companies really just the doors open, I guess. So
multiple doors, the front and the back door.
Oh man, the keys are under the mat in front. You know, they're under that fake rock people put it by their front door. I mean, the keys are there. Just come on in. But all right, cool. Let's jump into the show. Let's start with well, actually, Taxman, did you get access? Did you get the BTI show on up in Canada? Is that available on your station there?
It's not here, so I will have to catch it on the YouTube replay if I want to watch that one.
Yeah, I was going to say
the way that we have it here, like we're able to watch Twitch on Twitch up here because it's like the whole North American continent has access to that. They don't have it. What do they call it? Zone locked or whatever? Region locked.
Region locked. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's anyways. You can watch that, but on the Fight Network up here, they don't have that program. I don't remember what. I think it's a UFC program runs before Impact. But anyways. So if we want to watch it up here, we'll have to go on YouTube. But pretty cool that it starts a little bit later. It runs commercial free. So us up here, we won't feel like we're out of the loop. Like so often, unfortunately, Canada kind of feels like, even though we're way up here, we're kind of, way down there when it comes to being part of content and being part of the buzz of something. So it's pretty neat, at least.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Is it on Fight Network up there? What channel is Impact air on in Canada? Yeah,
it's on Fight Network, and they air the replays on Friday on Game TV.
Okay.
So everybody will have to check their cable provider. So I think on Shaw, it's Fight Network is like 157, something like that, and Game TV is in the 180s, I believe. Don't quote me, anybody. Actually, whatever. Send your hate tweets to @6_podcast. It's fine.
Give them a follow first, though, before you do.
Yeah, do that too.
I'll tell you though, that it was a surreal thrill when I was up in Canada and I saw like Explosion on TV and stuff.
Actual
like,
broadcast
awesome.
TV.
Actual broadcast. I was like, yes.
Never happened
with the Fight Network up here because they'll do the Explosion, they do the Impact in 60, and they do the throwback shows. So there's a block, and I want to say it's Thursdays or maybe it's Fridays on the Fight Network, and it's like a 6 or 7 hour block of just like Impact, like the throwback stuff to the new stuff to a replay of this week's episode to the 60. It's really well done.
That's super cool. Wow.
And that's what Access is now, just for people who aren't aware. At like 3 p.m. Eastern, they start airing a classic pay-per-view. I believe today was Lockdown 2010.
I saw
Then it went into BTI for an hour, then the 2-hour show, and then they replay it later. So that's a full block on network television.
Wow.
In the States.
Talk about dedication to your show on your channel, man. I saw that. I tapped in to Access and Lockdown was on. I was like, and it said it'd been on since like 2:00. I'm like, man, they've been airing Impact footage all afternoon. Think about this for a second. Access does it. Twitch has a stream going on. Pluto TV has a stream going on. Impact Plus has a stream going. Like there's so much content just floating in the world right now. It's insane. That's super cool. Very, very nice.
Not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
They've been a tremendous partner.
They have. Let's quickly mention the before the Impact match that happened today was Triple XL versus Decay. I'll let Jaybone you take. I've been talking. I haven't let Jaybone say anything. But
I tried to get the scoop earlier, but
there it is.
Jaybone, I'm going to nudge. I'm going to go to Alicia instead. Go ahead, Alicia. Since Alicia's the DK fan. Forget you, Jaybone. I'll let you talk about something. You had your news segment. What am I talking about? Alicia, did you catch before the impact?
I did. I was able to catch the last half hour. Unfortunately, it starts when I'm still at work, so I got to rush home and catch it. But I did see the Decay match, and I thought this was a really good way to introduce the new show and how it blends into the main show.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Because it was like the match ended, and then it was literally like, we own the night starts, right? Like it was like, boom.
Yeah, seriously.
It was so perfect. It was totally like just, it almost felt like it was the segment just flowed right in, and it was cool. But the match was cool too. I thought they're really building they're building a story off of these two teams though. It looks like.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, and it was a really good match.
Yeah, I dug it. Taurus is the shit.
Yeah,
Taurus is awesome. By the way, Sorry,
it didn't have like a pre-show vibe. It felt like just a legit solid part of the show, of the main show, I should say, rather, to clarify. Really well done.
Yeah, I dug it. Taxman, were you able to catch that match or no, or not at all?
I wasn't able to catch it at all, but I just want to bring up one point with Gia, how she mentioned, it's like now it's 3 hours of Impact Wrestling, but it doesn't feel like 3 hours of Impact Wrestling, right? It's not like Monday Night Raw 3 hours of the same continual type of programming, right? I love that they've now introduced this show, and it's a break from like it's connected to Impact, obviously, but it's a break from the actual Impact program. So you don't feel like you're, I gotta watch 3 hours of wrestling. No, it's 2 hours of Impact, but an hour of this specialized content. I don't know. To me, it's such an interesting idea.
Yeah, no, it was super, super cool. And then Jay and Bill, you guys did have that on the co-stream for the match, at least, right? You guys were on there for it?
We did, yeah. Because like we said, we didn't know if it'd be on Twitch. I had my fingers crossed that it might be, even though they never said it. So it was. So I started kind of running around and getting everything set up to go a little early. We did get there for the bell ring of the match. But next week we will go through. We'll leave BTI. We're going to treat it like the third hour of Impact. Which is basically what it's a greatly done. Like Taxman said, it's like does not feel like a burden. It's more of just a chill, natural, like hype up and a perfect flow. It's not like Raw where you're like, oh man, 3 hours. You're like, yeah, 3 hours, cool. I'll take an extra hour of this.
It's went by so fast. It didn't feel like.
It's true. I do like the other content on it too. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun show. What was the response in the co-stream with you guys when you guys were doing it? How are people digging it?
Well, they were there at the end. Yeah, everyone liked it. A lot of people, I don't think they realized what time it was. I think they thought it was Impact. Because they're like, what time is it? Wait, it started early? What? Mm-hmm. But no, it's like this is BTI.
Yeah, and we explained to them that we came in early to show the end of BTI, and then let them know that starting next week we'll start sharing that as well for the international fans of anything, That's awesome. that they can catch it if they don't have access.
Taxman, there you go. They'll be there. You can watch with Bill and Jay next week.
We got you.
Which one is Jay? But all right, cool. Awesome. I'm excited about. I'm really, really happy they're doing it, and it's gonna be. And she said they got it. They're on the can. They're ready to go. Continuity is. She got it on tap with the clothing and the hairstyles and all that stuff.
And kudos to the producer of that show.
Yeah, no kidding.
Josh Matthews.
Oh, is he listed as producer of that show?
He's the producer of that. He's the senior producer of BTI. So
yeah,
interesting.
Good job by Josh.
I thought it was this guy.
And I want my pizzles back.
I can't wait to talk about him later.
No, see, it wouldn't have flowed the way it did if Swinger did. One thing I did throw out for those that did not watch that content or saw me in the pre-show, the watch along, I should say, ask the question is what, because I tried to get it out of Scoop, but I didn't come away with it. So what would you give this, what's this new nickname we're going to call Josh Matthews? So I want people to sound off in the comments, and we might feature the best one. There was one that was that I got. I'm going to bring it up to you guys. It's a little edgy, but I'm going to say it. Sexual vanilla. How about that, guys?
Sexual vanilla? What? Whose idea was this?
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember who it was. Might have been Slowpoke. I don't know. He's funny sometimes.
I don't want to associate sexual anything with Josh Matthews. I really don't want to do that at all.
Hey, it wasn't me.
So okay, you guys. Okay, how about this? I want to see how big of lunatics our listeners are. If you guys will tweet that to Josh Matthews tonight with that BTI hashtag also, and say, hey, we're gonna call you sexual vanilla.
Oh, yeah. Don't tag
Jaybone.
No. he'll block my bald ass.
Yeah. Well, that might actually be better than when people used to go vanilla midget to Austin Aries.
Oh,
oof.
Who said that?
I think that was. That's right, Taxman.
For real though, right?
No, I think that was there was a big thing for a little bit. Like he got slammed with that, and that was the phase where he was reacting to everything people said.
Oh, geez, yikes. All right, well let's not get it.
Well, I'll see him on Saturday, so we'll reminisce.
Oh, is he wrestling on that indie you're going to?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like all the dudes who probably called him that were the same height.
I'm sure they are.
They're just haters.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, isn't everybody around that same height nowadays? Like,
You have to understand
the whole AEW roster is that size.
Oh God, I don't think that roster is that big.
It's not normal to be over 6 feet. Like I don't know how this became a thing, but average height is like 5'8".
Hey,
yeah.
It's great to be average.
And
right.
For 100 years ago, even throughout history, you were smaller.
Yeah, there we go. It works out then.
People.
I've had this chip on my shoulder about being 5'7.5" because I couldn't even get that half, that 5'8". No, I'm not feeling too bad about it. It's okay. Not doing too bad. Bill, we're okay. We're okay.
All right.
All right. No more shitting on us there.
You've stepped over the line now. You've taken it too far. You've
stepped
over the line now. You've taken it too far.
Whoa.
Wow.
Triple
Wow.
What happened? We get hacked?
Yeah.
We got a double. We got a whammy.
Was Kyle in here? What's he doing over here?
You blame the gremlin.
Anyway.
All right. Anyway, let's get on track here. All right, guys. Match number 1 to kick off the show tonight. It is the February 16th, 2021 episode of Impact on AXS TV. Can I just say it was probably a match of the year contender, like right off the bat. It was
last year's match was. So.
Dude, TJP and Josh Alexander, X Division Championship on the line. Unreal. This match was for TV. Like a free match on TV. What the hell? I'll go to our guest today. Taxman, thoughts on this one? Break this down.
This is one of the best X Division matches I've seen in quite a while, and maybe because it was so different. They really didn't do a lot of the high flying stuff until later in the match. A ton of mat wrestling, a ton of technical wrestling. Mm-hmm. I loved all the reversals, like when they're going from the ankle lock to TJP getting him, Josh Alexander in the abdominal stretch, and they're just flipping and rotating and reversing everything. It was a masterpiece. It was incredible.
These two, I can't believe this was on like non-pay-per-view TV. This was like incredible for what this was. What was the reaction in the live stream, guys? How are people taking to this one?
I think everyone was on board with that. It was a great match, but obviously you were getting a lot of. I think a lot of people thought Josh was going to win this match.
I did too.
Me and Jaybone. We were there as the Josh cheering section.
We were twinning magic.
Yes, but obviously there's also we can't pretend that TJ doesn't get heat for his social media. And there was a lot of people mentioning that in there. So he is an opinionated social media guy. So he gets a lot of heat on that.
Yeah.
But like people carry it over to like the match talk too.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's everything. If you're a musician, if you're an actor, if you have opinions that get either political or what's going on in the world, there's other wrestlers. Austin Aries has had it. Low Key's had it.
Well,
that's just going to happen.
It comes down to that it doesn't really matter. Like at that point, when you're saying whack stuff.
But I think even those people were like,
man.
it's a good match, but that doesn't mean they're not going to rip the guy.
Yeah,
there's always a but.
What were you saying, Alicia?
I was just going to say there's always that point where the character, when you say stuff like that, the character will eventually be associated with the man who plays the character.
Yeah.
And so it's just a consequence of what goes on in this modern age of social media. But overall, it was a really good match.
So good.
So love him or hate him, I guess appreciate it for what it was. And either way, Josh Alexander did a hell of a job in it as well.
Can I give a shout out to
as well by knocking it like that?
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to Stryker and D'Lo during this match though? They had me so hyped during this match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were like the third participants of the match. It was fantastic.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Were there crowd noises again tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did. All right, so it must be the way that they're commentating are so well that I just completely I don't hear it anymore. I don't.
Well,
hear
it
the crowd
flows. They're
noises.
doing a good job of making it
that's
just
what it
meld
is.
in, except for when they don't, which we've had during like that Tommy Dreamer promo, and it was like weird sounding, and then it took away from it.
Oh, there was a
But
couple-
this one was good. It was smooth. You didn't really notice it, but it was there.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know if it's oh go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say you notice it more during the entrances and stuff like that. But when there isn't like ring noise going on and whatnot. But yeah, it was pretty subtle tonight. But yeah, it's Stryker and D'Lo's charisma all night is, and I'm gonna keep going back to that, man. Their charisma is through the roof. It's such a welcome change. It really is, and not a knock on Josh. Just the change is good.
It gives me Tenille and Don West vibes. Honestly, they have that kind of excitement and energy and analysis to them.
Yeah, D'Lo's even breaking out a little bit. 'Cause at first,
That's the key, Jay. This episode was the D'Lo episode.
it
Yes,
was,
it
yeah.
was.
He showed more energy, whereas during the first, what was it, Hard to Kill, when they
Yes.
were first on there, it was he was more subtle. But I think he can really turn into a decent color guy to bounce opinions off of. You know what I mean?
He's a storied wrestler. You know, he's got such a great career. Of course, well, who better? And Stryker wrestled too for a while. He was more known as a commentator, but he wrestled. So two great guys.
I think D'Lo might get a bite on tonight's episode, a future bite.
There was talk of a bite to be put on. We were tweeted it, so I think it was a sit your ass down tweet.
Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
I tagged Kyle. I said, you got some work to do, kid. You got to definitely get a little clipping to do. So,
We
very
popped
cool.
for that. We popped.
Now Josh did lose. This was interesting though. Josh did lose the match, and I thought they might have rushed it going into this because like he just earned the title shot. I'm like, damn, we already went here, and he already lost it. I'm like, shit. What do you do now? I mean, what was that whole gauntlet for? Now it's like they didn't really
Start a
come.
rivalry.
I would be okay with that because they got chemistry for sure.
Mhm.
Totally have chemistry. So
Absolutely.
if this turns into more than one match, I'm all for it. That's fine. So we'll see where that goes. Very cool. The TJP still your X Division champion, retains. And if you guys missed this match, honestly, go back and watch it. This is a absolute classic. This will be on the match of the year list, no question about it. Because they were on last year's list too. So we go backstage real quick. It's Gia Miller and Tommy Dreamer. He talks to her about demanding a match with going to Scott, demanding a match with Moose in Old School Rules tonight. But you guys said it was announced on BTI though first, right? That this
Yes,
match
because
happened?
she goes to try to get Moose in the interview.
That's right. He ignored her.
And then they mentioned, well, they show the footage of the match coming up, so that's where you kind of got a tease of it. But then this is where I give big kudos because Tommy mentions BTI as he's talking to her.
Right. The
So now
continuity.
it's all going together. So it really is one big show. That was kind of the problems with other things because you could tell they were separated. Like you could say Aftershock was a separate show that wasn't really linked to there. But this one totally was, which was fantastic.
I like that. Good continuity. That's what you want out of this stuff, man. There's as long as somebody's aware of that, because wrestling fans will pick this shit apart. They will completely look for that stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, well, that wasn't the same." he didn't do this, and like they'll tear it apart and they'll just so like if you can fill all those plot holes, all the better. I'm glad that he did that too, and it plugs BTI as well, which is pretty nice.
Yes.
We got another backstage segment. It's Brian Myers, Hernandez, and then he's paying him off. He's paying him for another match tonight, but Fala gets in on the deal. Let's break the Taxman. Break down the Fala Ba taking out a loan today. This was funny. I like.
Yeah, we. Am I the only one who misses a little bit of the ba? Like when he runs the corner,
yeah.
I just want the ba, right?
Alicia's seen him a lot in Jersey. She has been seeing Fala for years. So
we're a huge supporter of Falaba.
We're trying to get him on the
Fala
show.
Ba.
We're trying to get him on here one of these days. I need to get him on the show.
What he got himself a 10 spot tonight to go back to the Swingers Palace. That whole thing is just what was his line? Oh, it was something like yeah, we're going for the big score and the big cookie. Like,
I'll get you the whole cookie
from last week. Yeah, tremendous. It was so good.
I like his whole thing. It's like I'm an investor. I'll take your 20 and turn it into 40. I did like our buddy Hernandez, friend of the show from last week. He says, how about I give you 10, you turn to 20 first, and we'll see what happens.
He's like, oh.
I like Fala being like this total like the pathetic casino guy who's like literally trading his shoes to get an extra couple of chips. Like anything, come on, man. I just need a little bit. I need a little hit, man. Please, come on. Please, man. Just one more spin, guys. One more spin. It's the big one. I know it's it. This is the winner for me.
Love it.
Exactly, Fala. But no, it's cool. This is funny stuff. Look, the wad of cash bill continues on. The story of the cash continues on.
The cash is king, and it will never go away. I remember when Truck first was reporting the dollar amounts, but now it's grown. Now we have 2 different wads of cash out there, multiple wads out there.
These wads are important.
There's a lot of money involved here. The wad, there's a lot of you pulled out a huge wad of cash. Like there was a lot of money there. Like somebody's banking over here, man.
Yeah, this is absolutely working a lot for Swinger, and but he's not the only one showing off the money. It's we see that from Brian Myers too. Shilling out the money to Hernandez.
You know what? With Swinger, with the size of the wad that Swinger's got right now, it sounds like he should have a commercial on TNT.
Oh,
Could you imagine?
I could file an injunction.
Yeah, he would too. Oh my god, I would love it if Swinger bought commercial time. Holy shit!
Hey, Daddy, turn it to AXS TV on Tuesday, Daddy.
It would make sense as they seem to be pushing this casino.
Oh my god, it would be so good. You're right. It would make sense.
And Bravo's just sitting behind the table, like waiting for people to show up in the background, and then Swinger's there with the Swingerellas, posing next to him, and come on over to Swinger's Palace, Daddy.
I would freaking die if he bought commercial time and he's like, Swingman's been on TNT since '88, Daddy.
You guys swing?
Amazing.
He was on TNT. He is a tie-in to the TNT days from WCW. Swingman has been there, so that'd be perfect. Holy shit! Can we start buzz this out, everybody?
Now.
We need this. We need tweet this to whoever.
Swinger's Palace.
Holy
paid
shit.
Advertisement on TNT.
Oh my god!
Best thing on Wednesday nights.
I would love it. I would freaking die if that happened. You might get me on Wednesday nights if that happened. Jaybone, I do your AEW review with you if that happened. So mark my words. All right, guys, we had an X Division match. This was there any stakes in this one? There was no criteria, I believe. I don't think so. It was Willie, Mack, Suicide, Trey, Miguel, and Daivari. Pretty much your awesome, X Division just wild match. Well, there was no contendership on this, right? Nothing announced.
No,
there's no steps for this one.
No clips, right? Yeah.
Nothing official, but they usually turn the winner of these into something. But
That was the word I was looking for, Taxman. Thank you. Stipulations, and I could not think of it. So I thank you for throwing that in there. Just a banger match. This was just like your X Division, just wild, just car crash, just out of everybody beating up everybody. Type. Think about Willie Mack, by the way. Willie Mack is stuck in Texas. This is obviously pre-tape, but you guys been following social media? Willie Mack is like trapped in Texas for like the last 3 days because of the snow.
Oh,
and his Instagram stories are because he's from Vegas and he's like, God damn, man, this is bullshit. I'm fucking Texas. Oh, it's fucking snow. Like he's just constantly frustrated with all the snow.
It made national news. It's crazy.
Well, we lost Mark because of it. I don't know what happened to him. He hasn't even texted me like, hey, my power cut out. Oh, he just did power.
There you go.
Just says power.
Yeah. All right.
I got to petition Kyle. We need our Willie Mack bite back.
We do need the Willie Mack
because it was like a 2-second video right now. But that was during the Jaybone worries of video, so he got rid of everything that moved.
Yeah, guys, Jaybone went through a paranoid stage a few months ago where he was.
It's the lollipops. It's the lollipops.
Yeah, it's like you're always worried. But he thought we were going to get busted. He thought the cops were going to be knocking on his door like, hey, you got copyrighted material, you son of a bitch. And he's like, guys, we can't. We got to take everything down. We got to take all the bites down. We're like, I ain't fucking doing it, Jaybone. We're not taking those bites down. You're like, I'm not going to be a part of this, man. They're not taking me alive, man. Jaybone's having flashbacks to certain days in the 70s or something. I don't know what's going on with you,
okay,
Jaybone.
Boomer.
Trey does win this one. No stipulate, but this is an X Division. The X Division is back. This is it, right? This is classic X Division stuff. Just everybody flying and kicking the shit out of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody want to add anything to this? Any take on this at all? Anything in particular stand out to you guys? Trey is obviously the breakout here, Jay.
Now I didn't catch this, but Bill mentioned this during the watch along, and he said he noticed that Suicide was different tonight. So we were kind of just throwing out a couple names, who did we think it could have been tonight? And I was like, hey, could have been Blake. Who knows?
I don't know if it was Blake. Well, he was there for the tapings. I know, but he is gone.
Could have been. It felt a little smaller.
Really?
Yeah, a little smaller. Moveset, a little bit different. A lot of the moves are just slightly different. I feel because I felt very strongly for a long time about the Kaleb with a K as Suicide, and I feel he was likely it for about 90% of the time. But I feel this time it was not today. Don't know who. I don't want to venture a guess at this point yet.
I didn't get a good look at him to really tell.
But it felt like somebody that has not been Suicide before.
I'm looking at the clip right here on my screen, and it might be, I don't know. By the way, I got to point one thing out. This is Skull here, our buddy Skull, my buddy Brian. He points out something that happened at the asylum in Nashville. Bill, you were there for this. Remember when the TV tapings?
Yes. It featured Crazy Steve.
Crazy Steve's
in
return
a dark match.
In an actual dark match when the power generator blew in Nashville 2 years ago, and it was Fala and Steve, and then Fala just looked around the arena and goes, no, power. It was so freaking entertaining. And it was just like, no, power. To this day, fucking laughing about it.
Yeah, you don't know the joys of going to a live event, or an indie event, but a live event, because it's happened at Impact before, where you lose power, you lose heat, you lose AC. These happen at shows. That's part of the experience.
Yeah,
you gotta
remember it.
Roll with the punches.
That's right. That's right. So, guys in the chat too, I want you guys to sound off. What's your take on this match? I mean, it's a standard, just kind of a 4-corner, all-around X Division match. But thoughts on this one? What you guys like about it? Who stood out to you? But Trey did win. The huge push for Trey is it's intact. He's on a winning streak. But as soon as he's done, he's walking through the backstage doors, and Sammy's there just to antagonize him.
Lurking, just
like, oh, great match. Just constantly shitting on people, what he does.
This build-up is so good.
Look at this dumbass.
They've been building it online a lot, too. That's the thing. Sammy's been, he's been hyping it, just kind of antagonizing Trey online.
If anyone could get under the skin, it's Sammy.
It's Sammy Callahan. He even tweeted us like, "Hey, dumbasses, to retweet my fucking tweet." We're like, Jesus, man.
I'll tell you though, have you ever seen a company go with a comment from another company and use it so much in their promos?
Yeah,
like this is a whole storyline. The Triple H passion comment is a whole storyline. It's fantastic.
Bill, for those who don't know, can you just quickly summarize it? Like in
when the former Rascals got signed to NXT, they did a media call shortly after with Triple H, and he was asked specifically by one of the reporters about, well, you signed them to, how about Trey? Because remember, they did the big goodbye on TV, and he didn't mention Trey in the response, but he says, well, we're looking for people with passion.
So weird.
Obviously referenced at Trey at the time, and Sammy has had a field day with that comment.
You know, I kind of love that.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a big FU. It's like, fuck you guys. We'll just take it and run with it. The hell with it. Like,
yeah, they're always stealing our shit anyway, so why not? Fair game.
But and that's also a way to be like, you don't think this kid has passion? We'll show you. We'll make fun of your stupid comments, and we'll show you how much passion this guy
We're gonna
has.
rocket him to the moon because of it.
I love it. The new look, the new gear. He came back.
New energy, dude. He came back revitalized. I feel like
that chip on your shoulder when someone says you can't do it, and you're like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna prove I can do it." That's the best part. That's
the only thing that's worked against him so far since Trey's come back is that damn zipper from his tracksuit.
Yeah, he's zipper 2, Trey 0. I haven't caught it though.
I saw it a couple times.
So what is it? He can't get the zipper undone. Is that what it is?
He's getting in the ring. I think it was his second match back. He's getting in the ring. He's walking in with whoever he's with. It was like a multi-man match. And he's getting in a ring. He's messing with it. And he turns his back to the camera, finally gets it. The next time he's in, he's up on the ropes, like, you know, and the camera's right there in his face, and he's supposed to be doing something, you know, taking it off aggressively, whatever. Nope. Over the head.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. So, but he tries to do it smooth, so it's not like, damn it, what the, so it's not like a Three Stooges moment, like I would do.
It's not the track jackets, is it? It's not the Impact track jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
He's probably just
it's on eBay.
So fast, it's catching on the track.
That's probably what it is, because he's always doing that. Like he zips in, waves his arms. That's probably just catching on the track. That's awesome. I love it. I love when you have a chip on your shoulder. There's no better entertainer than when someone says someone says you can't do it. I read a tweet by Jake something over the weekend, and during No Surrender, and he said the same thing in a tweet. He was like, "So many people told me Jake something would never be on TV. It's a stupid name. You can never get over." And he's like, "I'm fucking on TV today," and I think he killed it since becoming Jake something.
Oh yeah,
so that's
There's a whole new blood with him too. Yeah,
spite is a great motivator. Just remember that.
I think we can agree, because everyone in the chat is saying what that fellow that said this up north sounded like, and I think Don would agree.
I have seen that penis.
No, that's awesome.
Oh wow!
What happened?
Is that the right quote though?
Yeah, is that the right quote? Oh, I go, you calling him a dick? Is that what it is?
We play it through. We can get her out here.
We'll play it through, Bill. Let it play through.
I did play it through. I don't know. Somebody's messing with our bits tonight. I don't know.
Nobody's in here. Kyle's not in here. I thought Kyle was in here. Play it through again. Go ahead.
All right, we'll do it one more time.
Hit it again.
I have seen that penis.
Absolutely. All right, there we go. I don't know what happened there.
We got some gremlins in here tonight. I don't know what they're doing.
Who's hacking the damn sound bites? I don't know. Maybe it's this little bastard right here. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. You know, that little fucker put his volume up so high, so you have to stop everything you do to watch that sound bite.
that bite is called F your ears.
Pretty much.
It's the Joe Doring of our bites.
He was on the show. There was a small little bit for Joe. Yeah, he was on slightly today.
Jiminy Christmas.
Take it easy, Jaybone. Take it easy. All right, we got a little backstage segment. Ace Austin, TJP, Scott D'Amore, TJ and Scott talking over their, how the match went. He's congratulating him, and Ace with the cup is demanding a title shot. But there's a little stipulation. Scott's not ready to give it to him. Taxman, go ahead and set this up real quick. What happened here with TJ?
I can't set this one up actually. I had to deal with the kiddos at this, so I missed this entire segment.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna bang his wife.
That was the guy. Wait a minute. Deal with the kiddos, huh? All right. Take it easy. Family show.
Good joke.
God damn.
Is that code? No, I was kidding.
Take it easy.
That's well, you want to bury my wife on the program, or
is she listening? Is she listening? Bury the wife on the program. That's
no, she is not listening. I'll tell you that much.
Is she saying, "Are you doing that?"
I'm gonna go upstairs. My
again?
clothes are gonna be thrown out inside, and it's -40. So
yeah. Let's not.
It'll be a great time. Yeah.
Not the right time. Not the right time to get him heat with the wife. Just yet. Maybe in the summertime we'll have him come back on and do a shoot interview about the wife.
Okay, but
not today.
I want to hear all about this segment.
All right, go ahead. Jaybone, you set it up. We'll go this way. Jaybone, take it.
Well, and this is something that Bill and I said is that TJP's been spending a lot of time with Scott.
That's a good call out. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. And then in walks Ace Austin with his cup that he won back at was it Bound for Glory? No, when was it?
Sacrifice,
yeah.
Not Sacrifice. The other one,
Final
Genesis.
Genesis. Damn it. Genesis. The cup. That was the whole thing about Genesis. Was the cup.
There's so many new shows coming back. It's hard to keep track of them. That's not a rip on them. We love all the shows that they're bringing back. It's great. So yeah, he comes in and he's like, he was upset at the fact that Josh Alexander just automatically gets his shot to go after TJP for the title.
True.
He's like, where's my shot? He's like, I won this damn cup. Where's my shot? And then, and now I'm going to screw this up just a little bit, but Scott said next week you're in a 6-way tag with 3-on-3.
Mm-hmm.
And if the team that wins, if you're on the team that wins, then that team is going to go the following week into a 3-way for another number one contender. And he's like, well, you've won these multi-matches before. You won the cup. This should be cake. It's just another bump in the road. And Ace is like, look, no matter how many matches you make me do, no matter how many hoops you make me jump through, is all going to be the same ending. And I'm going to end up getting that title.
Wait.
So, yeah,
that's not the way he says it.
Yeah, you got to say it.
I'm paraphrasing him.
Well, it's inevitable.
Inevitable. We need that soundbite in here too. We need to get that soundbite. The inevitable soundbite in this place.
But here's the key from Brandon Richard in this segment. Scott and TJP once again openly admitting conspiring against Rohit. We demand justice.
So this isn't done. The Rohit thing's not done. Clearly, this is not over with Rohit. That guy's got to get this belt somehow. It just
bring me fresh meat.
Yes. His segment was great too. We're gonna get to that. Ace does. Here's the weird thing about this segment, though. He has to fight for a title shot, but he has a title shot in the cup. So why does he still have to go through 2 more hoops to get it? That's the weird thing about this.
He's holding on to it, put it in his back pocket.
I guess I guess you could do something where it's a cash-in thing, right? You just cash it in and go. You can do something where he can maybe even if he loses the match or something, he can cash it in, take the shot. Something can come out of it. I feel like he's going to be sneaky about it. So,
but no matter what,
it's been a bangorama.
Absolutely. He did not run in on Gia's interview today, though. By the way,
I think we just got an arm.
Did we get an arm? Was it there? I didn't see an arm.
There was an arm.
Yeah. Oh, there was an arm.
Come on. The size of that arm. You didn't notice the arm there.
The quads are the selling point, not the arm. Nobody's looking at Ace Austin's arm. It's the quads. That's what he sells himself on.
We now know that Trent is a quad man.
I'm a quad guy. He sells himself on his quads. He's always putting over the quads. But I didn't see the arm even. Interesting. He let her have her segment.
I missed it. If it was any other body part, probably would have knocked out the damn camera.
All right, take it easy, Jaybone. Oh my God. My God. What are we getting into?
Sadly understood about half of that.
Oh, I meant like an elbow.
Oh, an elbow.
I have seen that penis.
Yikes. Okay. Take it easy, Jay. Take it easy.
You guys are out of control. Jeez Louise.
Oh, and shout out to Tommy Dreamer for wearing Don's new T-shirt.
Was he wearing Don's T-shirt?
He was wearing the Invisible Hand T-shirt.
Was he really?
At the beginning of the show.
I didn't even catch that. What a sneaky guy. I did not see that.
And this is my little tribute to Tommy, the yellow.
Oh, there we go. Tommy's with the Dusty Rhodes polka dots that Tommy has.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Next match was Hernandez with Brian Myers taking on Mack Cardona. This was I guess I never saw Cardona up north. Maybe a match, maybe at a friend's house at a Mania going on or something. But the dude looks like a star, man. He looks really good in there. Like that guy is polished. Take it, Alicia. Go ahead. Just any thoughts on it, or just on Cardona, really?
Just the fact that it's nice to see that this guy gets an opportunity to really present everything he has to offer to the world of wrestling. The fact that they didn't do much with him back where he was before is a damn shame, to be honest.
Was he just like totally buried, like not on TV even at all? Really?
Most of it, yeah. They would bring him back periodically, but for the most part, it just was unjust.
Wow, that's
they
weird.
would use him to get someone else over. Like he was the big squash guy there for a couple of years.
I see. Which is crazy because the guy looks great. Like he's got that TV. He's like looks like a TV star. Like
but you know what the problem is there? He got himself over without the machine,
and they took it out on him.
What happened?
They buried him.
Oh, 100%.
That's
yeah.
Isn't that shitty? Like,
can you imagine working for that ego? Like, wow.
What an ego, man.
You got yourself over doing the thing that we're supposed to try and do, and so we're gonna punish you because you got over. Like that. What the logic? You got to do backflips to understand that kind of logic.
What a terrible.
So I don't know if you guys would have seen this or whatever. And I know I don't want to get on a big WWE tangent here, so I apologize in advance.
No, you're fine.
I think it was it WrestleMania 32 or something? He wins the Intercontinental belt in a big match, and it was a match to get the internet fans back on the WWE side. We're gonna say, right, to phrase it politically, but whatever. And the fucking next night they squash him flatter than a plate full of piss and take it off.
That's a great analogy.
Like, what the fuck?
I heard. That's
True.
the one match I saw him was that Mania. That's the one time I did see him at a friend's house. He was watching that Mania.
That's why they did the match because the fans were pissed. So they put the strap on him and then they fucking just kill him deader than 4 o'clock. Like the fucking next day. It was like
I love
this is like unbelievable.
Unreal, man. I love the flatter than a plate full of piss. I gotta use that one, Taxman. You guys are great at this. These analogies in Canada are fantastic. Would you say deader than 4 o'clock? That's another one I gotta use. I don't even know what that means. I gotta use that one too, though. That's awesome. Jaybone,
what time did you normally work till during the day? Like 5?
5, yeah. We're a 9 to 5 country.
What happens at 4 o'clock? You're like, fuck this, I'm done.
Oh, that's true.
Right? You're deader than 4 o'clock.
I love that.
Sadly understood about half of that.
I love it though. I am totally going to use flatter than a plate full of piss. That's my favorite.
I like that. I like that.
That's like my favorite one now. Very cool.
I can turn it on anytime, Pat. Come on, no problem.
Great timing.
Especially for an old fart like me that's always trying to keep up with the hip shit with the kids. What are the kids saying now? Oh, flatter than a plate full of piss. And wait.
I like better than 4 o'clock. I used to use weaker than 7 days. That's another good one. My buddy Tommy. It's just weaker than 7 days. It's a good one too. I guess they're using these on a regular basis. No, good stuff. It was awesome. Cardona does win. What's his finisher called? Radio silence. Kind of like an ass bump on. Like, what is that move? I can't really figure out what it is. It's not a rocker dropper. It's kind of like
the camera angle was kind of weird in it too tonight. I thought. Right?
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to tell what really happened there.
It looks like he just chest, like just sat on his chest. He just flew at his chest with his ass first. And
It's like a flying leg drop, sort of.
okay, so he kind of took it more straight on to the. You're right. The camera angle was weird because it did it from the hard cam side.
Because it looked like you caught him right in the chest, like all the impact, whatever it was, right? So, I don't know. Yeah. I'll have to get another look at that.
What did you hit him with there, Trent?
His ass. It was all ass.
In my ass.
It was all ass. You're on today, Bill. You're on today. I like this. Very nice.
We got the first snort of the night from Jaybone.
Yeah, Jaybone's he's I like it, Jay. Jay's losing it. That Jay's lost it when like all you see is the dome just in the screen, just light reflecting off.
That or I start squeaking because I'm laughing so hard.
We were backstage in our little StreamYard here, and I was doing Scott Hall impersonations a couple days ago, and Jaybone lost his mind and was literally falling out of his box laughing. You remember this, Jaybone? You almost keeled over at one point.
It was great. I was like, you got to do this live for the audience at least one time. Maybe save it for the end.
We'll do it. No, I'll do it on the throwback show. You want to hear a Scott Hall impersonation? Come watch the throwback show, which all you lunatics don't like to come to. There's like half of you don't like to come to throwback because it's old. I don't want to watch old shows. Which one's
Gary.
Jay? Gary. It's
great stuff.
It's the famouser. Okay, yeah. I mean that's what I thought. Which is like
of course, Mr. Ass.
Mr. S. It's all ass. Where's he at now? He's in AEW?
Yeah.
Really gone?
Yeah, okay. He's like a coach.
He's a coach. They got a lot of veterans as coaches there, huh? Jerry Lynn, him. A lot going on. Jerry Lynn's made an appearance though on Impact. Traitor Jerry got involved, cheated to win. Son of a bitch. Matt does win.
Bitch.
Afterwards, Gia gets in there. Continuity on the dress, huh, Alicia? She had the same dress on from BTI, so continuity was there. Gia gets in to talk to Cardona about his feud with Myers, and Myers gets in there, and then Bill set this up. They kind of go at it a little bit. Talk about the Myers and Cardona thing here.
Yeah, because she's talking to Cardona as a single interview as they're making their way up, but I have my
in-ring debut,
and that's key. It went because you're no longer the backstage interviewer once you're in ring. Yeah. Now you're big time interviewer. You're a broadcast journalist. Mm-hmm. So she's in the ring with Cardona, which I'm like, whoa, this is different. But she's kind of asking him like kind of his plans, like what's next as Myers and Hernandez are sulking up there. But even with one eye, I can see Myers isn't going away softly into the night. So he got off the deck matey and made his way back up into the ring and said, "You," to Cardona.
Like a very Hogan you.
Yeah, he pretty much went over that. I was here first. You're just following me. What are you doing? I'm already ruling this place. What are you doing here? And then and this is what I like about it. They're not treating us like a bunch of idiots. He's like, everybody knows we're friends. Everybody knows we do all these things together.
That was
it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you trying to prove? And then he's bringing it, like he's kind of making like there's a jealousy thing going on here. So like that there is an angle for them to not be getting along, even though they're so close. Mm-hmm. But and then Hernandez, who was sneakily coming around the other side, comes and kind of takes him out. Yes, Hernandez gets involved, and then Eddie makes the save. And then Eddie comes in, and that now I'm not sure where we're going to go because that's obviously what we just saw at on Saturday. And is this going to be these teams again going at it? Are they going to? Is anyone else getting involved here, or is it going to separate? Is this just a short term? Is this the blow off? We'll see. Next week's going to be interesting to see if Eddie's still in this storyline. Taxman, I like what you were getting at though, that they addressed it, the whole history with these guys. You were saying that was done well.
Yeah, because it's not. It's like you said, right? They're not treating the fans like a bunch of idiots, right? Everybody knows they have the YouTube show with the was it action figures and all that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. The whole reason they got older, or the podcast, but the reason they were over before with fans. So you're not going to go on a show and have them face off in a ring and pretend that doesn't exist. Because then me sitting at home is like, well, this is phonier than a football bat. There's another one for you.
Funnier than a football bat? Is that what you said?
Phonier.
Phonier than a football bat.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm still on a
getting
plate full of
at
pits.
this point, but but no, it's a great segment, and to hear Matt Cardona actually cut an in-ring promo after a match, that was a really great thing for him in terms of developing him, because a lot of Impact fans don't watch WWE for good reason, to be honest. So they don't know what this guy's about. So yeah, let's get him some mic time. Let's get him after a match. Get him when he's hot, right? It's a great showcase for what he's wants to bring to the company.
Dude, he's got like 3 million followers on Twitter. That's a huge following this guy's got.
Yeah.
For a guy who was a mid card guy who they never even give a chance to up there. He's got 3 million fucking followers on Twitter. So
It's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. Bring that guy over. I'm cool with him hyping the show. That's fine by me. Very nice. We get a paid advertisement, and Jay, since you're the AEW guy here, I'll let you take this. We got this is your department. Bill, get those sound bites right, nice and ready to play all over this.
This was probably one of my favorites because you can really tell that Tony Khan is getting into character here. He's, the first few were kind of, hi, I'm Tony, and I'm going to talk about my company. And no, he's turning it up now. He is full blown Tony Conning the shit out of this. It's
Hey, Impact Wrestling. It's great to be here tonight.
Oh yeah,
that was a nice guy, right?
That was nice, Tony. Oh, how nice it is to see Tony on, and we were kind of now he's all there's something going on now. There is apps, and his ego is portrayed as being through the roof, and Tony Schiavone, as I like to call him, had the lovely little heart balloons on there. It was just lovely. And
yeah, one night, and then I quit the business for 18 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out.
Yeah, he needs to do that again. So no, I love
it. You're banned from Wednesday, Jaybone.
Aren't you the Wednesday guy, Jaybone? Is that what you do? Like, you have a show about this?
Yeah, but I'm the Impact guy tonight, so I gotta.
Very nice.
There's different hats to wear.
I like how his allegiance sways with the wind. Just depending on which way the wind blows, he just sways which way he's got to go. Ahead, Jaybone.
I'm kind of like Cinderella. As soon as it's midnight, then the slipper falls off and I turn into a. Never mind.
You swing the other way.
You guys swing?
What?
Which one's Jay?
So yeah, it is, and the more and more he does these promos, it sounds like something even more is going to happen. And I know some of us have been a little impatient, like, come on, let's really get this going. But there's a lot, like, big picture wise, that's happening. It's like, okay, you got New Japan in the mix, you got Impact in the mix, you had one of their best tag teams as a part of their last Impact Plus special. And, Kenny Omega was part of the last big pay-per-view. So there are things happening. And even though I know it sounds like it's one-sided, I got to believe that something is going to happen soon. And it just, the more that we see Tony Khan like this, the more it's getting closer. So just stay patient, people. It's going to happen.
We've been Alicia and I specifically in our little group here have been the most impatient about this because it seems like it's a long time without a single receipt anywhere. Our champion lost to their guy. Their guys come and get the best of us on our show. There's cheating to win. I mean, we're barely getting any. But
Private Party did lose at the Impact Plus special.
They didn't get pinned. They're not the ones who got pinned, though.
No, but they didn't win because I know that was one big worry thing. I've seen a lot of fans say, "Oh yeah, Private Party is going to be the new Impact Wrestling champions." I was like, So no, that didn't happen.
All right, we'll see where it goes. Taxman, what's your thoughts on this? How this has been booked so far, the whole AEW thing, and as in Balance to Impact. You have any thoughts on how? What do you think about it?
It's been very one-sided, and I don't watch a ton of AEW. But what I do catch, there's look, let's be honest. There's very little of Impact content on AEW, and when it is brought up, they shit on whatever they can, right? And I understand that kind of plays into the whole thing because Tony Khan's buying time to shit on Impact on their program. So it would make sense that on his program, he's going to go out of his way to knock it and whatever else.
Right.
But at the same time, are they not kind of talking out both sides of their mouth? Because he's talking about, the forbidden door's open. Come work with us. Oh, but I'm going to tell you your fucking product is awful and I'm going to buy it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's mixed messages. It is slow, right? I do agree with you guys on that one. I love a strong build, a long build myself for a big program or a big payoff or whatever. I'm good with it. But that also doesn't mean you need to focus on this every single week. And that's what it kind of seems like I know that a lot of fans in the Twitch chat today were like, it's really grating on a lot of them. It's like, okay, it's the same shit. He's coming here again. He's knocking the program again. He's knocking the wrestlers again. And it's getting to that go away heat portion right now. I'm not saying we're there yet for everybody, but it's very one-sided. I will agree with you guys on that one.
It's just like you said, Alicia, it's every week. It's just every week with this, right? They're not getting anything back.
Yeah.
just wait, because he keeps talking about that door being open. So
well, then open the fucking door.
Yeah,
right?
Because you have to
like
you have to remember.
No,
this.
honestly, no. Like,
if the door is gonna fucking open, at least let Impact pop over on AEW's. If New Japan's coming into this and jumping in everywhere, how come we're still only on Impact?
Okay, here's one
and
thing.
Again, we're going other places too eventually, but we're about 13 weeks into the storyline with AEW coming into Impact.
Yeah.
And that's just where it becomes a little grinding. I'm not saying it's the end all be all awful. I think it's very opportunistic and great for everybody, but it's just too slow of a burn. Sorry.
But Bill and Jay, you guys are always the ones trying to tell us to be patient. But are you still like, it's 13 weeks? It's a long time. Are you guys still as patient with us?
Oh yeah, because I know something big is going to happen. We got big shows coming up.
It'll be worth it.
It will.
Right.
It will. It's like if what we've gotten so far has been amazing. Kenny Omega main eventing with Rich Swann. Among others, of course. The Bullet Club stuff. We got one of their best tag teams on our show, and that's very exciting for me because I'm a big fan of the Private Party. I feel like they worked really well with our guys, and it was something fresh and new because we need some fresh tag teams and stuff going on in our tag division on Impact Wrestling. So but I feel like. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
All right. Patience is the key, guys. We'll see what happens. Their next pay-per-view is what, next Sunday or Saturday?
The 7th, I believe.
7th of March?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple weeks for that one. So you got 3 weeks to build that, and then something happens on that potentially. We'll see.
Yeah, you'll probably at least have the Good Brothers again.
Well, that's kind of a given with those guys. That's like the only one we're getting. So we'll see.
But see, that's big. They're walking on that show, straps in hand, waving them around, swing. You see, how Gallows comes on that stage and he's just swinging it like it ain't no thing. I mean, that's pretty. Should I say it? Cocky.
Cocky Siaki. Remember Cocky Siaki from the throwback show?
I love Cocky Siaki.
Some of these people don't watch. Just putting that out.
Proud as a peacock.
But all right, let's move on. So we'll see what happens. We'll give it a little time. But next segment is Havoc and Nevaeh backstage. Havoc's like, "What's going on? What's up with us? You walked off." Nevaeh's like, "It's all my fault. I'm not doing it right." But she questions them being a team. And Alicia's not happy about this. Go ahead, Alicia. What do you think?
I don't got anything to say. I'm in my mood right now. I have an attitude.
Oh, an attitude.
All right. Tenille gets in the way, which was really okay. The awkward part of this whole thing was she's not having it, man. Alicia's not having it.
That's very much how Havoc looked in this segment.
She did. She was just like, what the fuck is this? I did like how like Nevaeh's chilling by this door, and like Havoc finds her, then Tenille comes out, and then I think Havoc was like, "This is none of your business," or Nevaeh says, "This is none of your business." And I wanted Tenille to be like, "Well, you're literally outside of my locker room, like you are at my door doing this," because she just like is just leaning up against the door, all sad. But I mean, are they breaking them up already? Like, what the hell is this? Not yet. You don't have any teams in here yet. Like, we don't have any teams to take on Kira and Tasha. Are we breaking up the only other viable team we got? What's going on here?
Like everybody says, just be patient, right?
Yeah, come on. We being patient with this too, Jaybone? You gonna make me be patient here?
Patience.
Well, see now I missed this, but see, Bill catches all the stuff I miss. That's why I love teaming with Bill on the watch-alongs. He said that Matt Stryker said that there are more knockouts coming.
But what about the ones that are already here?
Yeah, you have
Fuck!
You've established knockout team.
I hate that shit. I'm sorry.
It's
Alicia, tell us how you really feel.
She's fired up, man. She is fired up today.
I like this. So let's go. Let's go
right now. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight.
Turn that.
Jeez, all right, everybody, take it easy.
Turn that frown upside down, my man.
There's something wrong with the bits.
I was clicking at the same time. That's probably what happened.
There you go.
Oh, perfect.
Look, there's vibes of AMW all through this, and the reason
we
why
got a mention tonight, by the way, not everybody caught the AMW mention that Storm did later on. I'll get to that in a second.
Oh yeah, and
we said it on the watch along earlier.
Yeah,
it was great. So yeah, I absolutely feel like that could be the story. Like, do I think they're going to break them up? No, they're they're so good together. If anything, this is just going to build them up stronger. Okay. But you've got to throw little things. Like, I really love Tenille in this. I felt it was really good that she wedged her way in here and got a match out of it. And then she even got the win, which was just shocking. I know I'm skipping ahead here and I apologize, but yeah, it's great stuff. It's drama. It's a good storyline. I like it.
You know what? That Jaybone says this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to actually take it to the Taxman because I'm going to do a hockey reference. And I got to ask someone from Canada here. It feels like maybe they're putting Tenille in, let's just call the agitator or like that pesky role, like a Barnaby. And that could be a good fit for her, just to get under everyone's skin.
She's
what she
got
does
that
here.
grinder role. Yeah, she's the grinder for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're putting her out on the ice with a couple of stars to see if there's a little bit of mixing that can happen. But yeah, I agree. Her in that role is very well suited for her personality and where they're going with her as a character. And the whole I know that there's some people, and not Alicia, but it's some people who have been kind of talking about how what's Nevaeh's character, because she seems like lost almost as a single. I'm not talking about her in the tag team, but her just by herself. Maybe this is like Tenille's kind of getting in her head a little bit, and then maybe you'll see. I don't know if maybe they don't break the team up, but maybe they like you guys said, it builds them stronger as a team from this. I don't know where they go with it, but yeah, it's just if you're gonna mix them up as a team, I know she's sad. Don't be sad. But
turn that frown upside down.
Turn it upside down. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
But if they're gonna use Tenille as the foil to build these two back up as a stronger team, and actually have them as a top contender against Fire and Flava, then that's to me smart booking.
So you're saying it's being used as a rebuild. It's almost like a little couple-week reset, bring them back a little bit, make them contenders once again, but just
you could. So even you could even have it somewhere that, like maybe next week they don't have a match, but they have a backstage segment 2-minute thing of like, oh, I'm going through a hard time and I don't know what's going on, and maybe you cool them off for a couple of weeks, then you bring them back in another segment, then maybe they have some kind of a blow off with Tenille and then reform the team and then go from there.
Jay, you mentioned this same thing they did with AMW, or Bill. I don't forget who mentioned it, but that's what, in the throwbacks we're watching on the old TNA stuff. That's exactly what they did with AMW. They slowed them down, teased the breakup, and they came back like guns blazing, and biggest push ever. What's up, Jay? And you're muted. You are absolutely muted.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear a goddamn thing you're saying on the show.
He said something good.
Yeah, now you're not going to say it the same way. You're going to say it a totally different way. It's going to lose the effect of what you said the first time. So you might as well forget it.
No, I got it. No, see, with big picture here, it's character development. I was muting because of my fucking cat in the next room. It's driving me apeshit. I couldn't even go live last night. Monday night, it had a great throwback plan. Couldn't even do it. My cat just like drove me so up the wall.
Meow, meow, meow. That's how I feel too.
Thank you.
I was waiting for you to hit it. I was waiting for you to hit it. I was like, tell me he's going to hit it.
There we go. So yeah, it's big picture wise. And we haven't seen a lot of that out of Havoc and or Nevaeh. So it's character development. Gives them a chance to really talk on camera.
I'm with it. Okay, I can dig it. I like that. I like the whole what you both said. It's like we can get a little rebuild, set it back a few weeks, come back strong. But it literally does feel like what we've been watching on throwbacks with AMW with Storm and Hare. So that if that's how it works out, I think it'll be okay. So we'll see what it ends up with. All right, we got the New Japan debut, New Japan Stars debut. FinJuice, Juice Robinson, and Dave Finlay taking on Reno Scum. Okay, can I just say I'm not a big fan of the name here. Like it really, like what's with the name? Just hey, we got David Finlay and Juice Robinson. FinJuice. Oh man, Mrs. Jaybone is in the chat. Just dogging you, Jaybone, right now. Just dogging you right now. What are you gonna do about that? How far away is she from you where you're at right now?
She's either in the next room or she's upstairs. She probably, you know what? She probably locked this fucking cat downstairs with me. Love you too, babe. No, you know what? I can't knock her. She gave me like 3 bags of lollipops, including these Valentine's Day ones, which are extra tasty. Thank you, babe. I love you.
Special edition? Yeah, what flavor are they?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
She's choking on him. She's choking.
Arsenic flavored.
She's like, I don't know.
Jaybone falls on the floor. No, it just doesn't say any flavors. It's just, 2 from Hard Pops, Dum Dums.
That's all we need to know. There we go. That's enough.
Just no flavors. I mean, it's like a cherry. It's like a mixed flavor. I don't know. They're fruity. They're great.
Very cute, Jaybone. Very cute. All right, now FinJuice. Is this the new way to name teams now? Like Dave Finlay, Juice Rock, FinJuice, Jericho. Isn't that what they do now? Like, is that why don't people call it cool names anymore? Like Reno Scum's a cool name. I like that.
Let's see what came first, though. And I don't know if I mentioned this the other night or not. Yeah. I might have. But Callahan and
oh yeah, you did mention this.
And Juice Robinson were a tag team in a tag team cup tournament, whatever they had over there a few years ago, right before Callahan got his big kick onto Impact Wrestling. And they were called Death Juice.
See, Death Juice is cool. It's cheesy,
Slap
but
that
it's cool.
on an energy drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Death Juice.
600 milligrams of caffeine.
Well, that makes sense. I think there's like 8 coffee brands named Death something.
Yeah, there are Death Witch.
Very copy. Very very hip with the kids there, Jaybone.
Yeah, like Zach Wilde has his own like Death coffee thing. I don't know.
I like Bones Coffee brand, so if we could get a sponsor, that'd be great.
Bones Coffee? Let's talk to him.
They just got
Jay's like, how do I get that sponsorship? My name's Jay.
flavored coffees.
Wait, what flavor is it, Alicia?
Just all different kinds, from regular to like key lime, blueberry, just wild fun flavors.
As long as there's a maple in there, huh, Taxman? So that maple,
there's a maple bacon.
Oh,
There we go. Sold.
Maple bacon coffee?
Yes.
Oh, that's breakfast in a cup.
You
Great.
have
Right now.
to know your pairings with these.
My mind is just blown right now. Just send me the link on that on Facebook, please.
Yeah.
I went to Canada. I was in Toronto, and I bought a shit ton of maple syrup, and it tastes so different when it's actually from a real tree.
Oh,
Like when it's actually from a
quite
maple
different. Yeah.
It's like amazing. I'm like, wait, this is what syrup tastes like? The fuck? What the hell have I been eating my whole life? Like,
oh, it's like crack. Yeah.
It literally completely tastes different. It's premium shit. What's that? Taxman, there's a famous chain out there in Canada. I can't remember the name of that store, but it's a gigantic grocery chain. And I went to it and I like lost my mind. You're not in Toronto, but it's in the Maple Leaf Gardens. Like it's in the Maple Leaf Gardens building. And I cannot remember the name of it.
What chain would be there?
Oh man, it's this huge chain, but it's like amazing what they sell in the store. It'll come to me as we go on with it. No, it's not Whole Foods. It's a Canadian chain. But if we think about it, I'll remember it as we go on here. But let's talk about this match.
You should have had. Oh yeah, sorry. One more maple syrup thing. You should have had yourself a beaver tail there, brother.
A beaver tail? What is a beaver tail?
Yeah, beaver tail.
That's like a pastry, right?
What did you just say to me?
That's a pastry. Right? It's like a
Okay, so
big bear
check it out.
claw.
So, because a lot of y'all have snow for the first time ever, apparently. So
Mark, for
you
sure,
your, take your maple syrup, real maple syrup. You heat that mother up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on fresh snow, you pour it out on fresh snow. That's your beaver tail, bro.
What? Are you kidding?
This now.
Why would I lie to you?
That's amazing. That is the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. That's amazing. So wait, you just take maple syrup, you warm it up, and you pour it.
No. You don't just take maple syrup. You take the real maple syrup.
Okay,
From up
got
here,
it.
right? Yeah, get it warm, get it steaming, and you get fresh snow. You don't want the yellow snow, but you get fresh snow, right? And just
Amazing.
lay it out there, pour it out there, and it freezes almost instantly. And it's like a big lollipop, like not like circular. Obviously, you can do that if you want, but yeah, beer tail, man.
Fantastic.
It's Loblaws, Trent.
Loblaws. Yeah, that's the one. That's it. Loblaws.
Right,
That's
guys.
what an amazing store. Like I bought so much syrup.
They call that Superstore here, but yeah, same thing.
I bought so much syrup.
I'm just
at
in
that
lowly
store.
Winnipeg. I'm not in the big smoke, Toronto, center of the universe. Fucking hell.
Jeez, you're from the peg though. You're from the land of Omega and Callus and Jericho. though, huh?
Yeah, we're the wrestling mecca of the world. That's okay.
True. That's what it is now. You ever run into Don Callis just walking around like at the store and stuff? Like, hey, I see both of your hands there, you lying son of a bitch.
What a scumbag!
You ever run into him? Is he local enough that you like run into him?
I've run into him once at oh goddamn, what was it? A Royal Rumble event or something. This is years back.
Mm-hmm.
One of the local radio station jockeys. He's big into wrestling. Joe Aiello. Anyways, he was there with him, and yeah, it was a good time.
Nice.
Actually, funny enough, I don't know if you saw. This would have been maybe 3 weeks ago. Don put out some. It was either on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, a video where he's walking out in a forest and whatever.
Yeah.
And like out in the cold, and he's talking about with the Winnipeg weather and blah blah whatever.
That's
Anyways,
that, yeah.
that was like it's like 5K from my house where he took that from. That was St. Vital Park. So
Oh, no kidding. So he's not far from you. There's a chance.
No, not at all.
You can run into the invisible hand. Bill, you might need to go up to the peg and hang out. You might just need to hang out. You might need to hang out. I mean, what a hike? Come on, you're saying you've pulled all nighters driving cross country. There's no hike for you. Come
See,
on.
if Impact came here, he would come here.
Oh, I'd come there. Yeah, I'd be there. That's a flight, though. That's not a car ride.
I got rooms. I got a big house.
There we go. I'm staying with the Taxman.
Yes, sir.
All right, FinJuice.
Yeah, we got way off topic. Jesus Christ.
We started talking about syrup, man. I was about to talk about New Japan over here. We got into syrup in Canada.
We should talk about the review, though.
Yeah, we should. FinJuice, Finlay and Juice Robinson taking on Reno Scum, who's back on these tapings, which is nice to see them back.
Oi.
New gear for Luster. He was wearing
For both of them.
Both of them.
Luster was more noticeable.
Yeah.
Looking sharp, fellas.
new gear, a little bit of new look. I mean, something looked different about both of them aside from the gear. Just they toned up. I think the hair was cut a little different too.
Clean cut Scum.
Clean cut Scum. Very respectable parents, Scum.
Respectable Scum.
I love those two.
Sort of like our own little Scum.
Yeah, he is a little scumbag, but he's respectable enough. I do
little scumbag choir boy.
I do like out of character how unscummy these two guys are. Like if you see them on like Twitter with their kids and stuff and Instagram, they're like good dads, always hanging out with the wife and like doing stuff around the house. And I'm like, they're the nicest scumbags ever. So like,
they're real people.
They are real people. They play a hell of a character though. This was cool. If you had never seen Juice, I had never seen Dave Finlay. Juice, I've seen. He's a Chicago guy. My good friend Danny Daniels actually trained Juice Robinson, and he finished his training up at Truth Martini School in Michigan. But Juice has a good relationship with AAW. He started there, and he's pretty local here. So I've seen Juice a couple of times. We've worked with him at AAW. Very charismatic guy, extremely charismatic dude. Has something very special in the way he just kind of carries and smiles, and I always like that about him. He stands out to me. I'd never seen Dave Finlay though. Is anybody familiar with Dave Finlay? I don't really watch New Japan, so I wasn't sure what these guys' history was or anything. So if anybody wants to chime in on this, I'll take it. Any one of you guys, Bill, Alicia.
I'm limited. I'm unlimited. Yeah. Like I saw, like Juice was over in the tours because I saw some of the Ring of Honor, New Japan stuff. Mm-hmm. He was there at the tail end of that. Like he was coming over as like in that last batch when they were still doing shows together. But Finlay had not. I'd seen a little of him on tape, on some TV and some specials. But talented guy, different style than the old man. So if you're looking for like to wrestle like Fit, some shades here and there, but a different style for sure. Definitely talented. Definitely
absolute
talented.
Shades of his dad.
Yeah, he was Armand saying they were in a Ring of Honor a couple years ago with Tenille, actually. Tenille, Bandito, and Tracy Williams. Interesting.
Yeah. That what was it? Hardline, I think's that group.
Lifeblood.
Lifeblood, whatever, something like that.
Very, very short-lived. Yeah. It was just a circus of different people that just really, and Juice was like the leader of it. It didn't last very long though. So, it just, I don't know. There was too many misfits in it or something that just didn't catch.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but yeah, So we'll have to see like how long they're here for, but it sounds like something's building up with the tag champs, and they're knocking FinJuice a little bit, like, oh yeah, look, it's the good boys, like
the young boys, daddy,
the young boys, yeah, excuse me, but yeah, the young boys, and they're like, hey, we're not young boys anymore. So, but yeah, great tag match, it's something fresh on Impact TV, so I'm not complaining one bit.
So there's history, right? They basically alluded to the fact that they used to carry their bags. You guys rookies, and we were out there winning titles. And I always like a good story like this because he's like, well, we're not rookies anymore, and I'm not carrying your bags anymore. So I like that. I always like a student eclipses teacher kind of thing where it's like, yeah, I'm not that little shitheel kid that you were pushing around. I'm a man. I got my own thing now. I've proven myself. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
My only gripe here is though, I want our tag teams to get tag title shots. You know, that's the thing. Like Reno Scum has never had a tag title shot. You know, but they were fed to these. I wouldn't, even if you're not gonna put the title on Reno Scum, can we at least give them a title shot? Like keep our guys in the mix first. I just don't want Impact guys to get such a backseat to all this. Yeah,
but the whole Impact tag scene is really. For lack of better words, I'm going to say it's a bit of a turmoil right now. You know, we lost some tag teams. Some things are changing. So the fact that we got an influx of some new, some new guys, to get some eyes on them, I'm not complaining. It's something that's like, okay, so we got to work on our tag team stuff a little bit, but hey, here's this over here for now. So so they brought in Private Party. Now we got some New Japan guys. And that's while we, just kind of like figure everything out on their own roster. So I'm okay with that. As long as what they're doing is entertaining, I'm for it.
All right. Anybody else got a thought on this? Said that like because hey, you're right though. We don't have too many tag teams. We're a little thin on teams right now, huh? It's really not
perfect for the storyline going on with AEW though.
That's
because you're going to have your champions being in both brands right now. That's a good time not to have like real number one contenders on the roster for those belts, because then how do you write that storyline? Because really they lose their effectiveness of going on AEW TV without those belts.
Yeah,
they need those belts, because then if they're going there, you guys would be flipping out, because then they're not even showing the Impact titles. They might as well be free agents.
Right.
That's true. And they got a lot of tag teams over there too, don't they? Though AEW
They have a million. That's why I keep saying, like, Private Party, I'm probably being generous that they're like the 5th or 6th best tag team over there.
Really?
They're loaded.
They are loaded over there. Okay. All right. We'll see where that goes. I'm curious. I like FinJuice though. I mean, so far, so good. If they're in the States, they're not going to Japan right now. So
I used to be an apple juice guy, but I'm a FinJuice guy now.
All right, look at that. He's ready to buy the t-shirt. Put that on a shirt now. It's sold. Bill's gonna buy that shit quick. No, we'll see where it goes. Right now, all I know is though, for where we're at, the Good Brothers are probably the best team to have that title on them now. Like you have to, right? Like they're just so strong and established that it's like, man, you really can't take it off them right now. They're just too over everywhere they go. So okay, we'll see where that goes. This is early. This is first step early on this one.
Yeah.
Backstage, Bill set this one up. I know you like this segment here. This is the bar. We're at the bar now. Where are we? What's going on? I love
the bar segment.
I got some gripe with this.
Favorite. This might be my personal favorite of the night.
Go for it.
So they're at the bar. Well, you got the gun. You got the beer guns at the bar.
Yeah.
And then so they both have drinks. And the swingman
starts off with Rohit's there first.
Oh yeah, Rohit and
Shearer
Rohit's there. Rohit and Shearer Shearer's just drinking like a water in like a medium shirt, and then Shearer. So Rohit's talking about no surrender, and that he's like, man, what, you couldn't hold him back? It's like you're a big guy, like you're the reason I lost this match. Like you're the problem here, Shearer. Shearer doesn't want to hear any of that. And then in come the beer guns. Mm-hmm. And then at first I thought, oh, we going to get a little recollection with Storm and Shearer here. We're going to get at least.
Well, you had the moment where Rohit kind of knocked the drink into Storm.
Oh yes, he backs up into him. Yeah,
and then he's like, hey, what's going on? He's like, hey, buy me a beer. Yes. We're good.
Yeah.
And he was like, I ain't buying you shit. He's like, I ain't buying your fucking beer. And he's like, what? So that's what they kind of square off.
Yeah. So yeah, he backs up into him, knocks the beer pretty much out of his hand. But then so they're doing that, and
Storm cracked him after that.
He eventually cracks him. Cracks him after he was talking a little too much.
Yeah.
He didn't like that then. But that was a classic. We haven't seen the beer bottle shot.
You have the beer bottle. Show us the bottle.
Oh, I got the beer bottle.
He's got the bottle. It's got a Storm beer bottle.
Oh yeah, I got the Storm beer bottle before it got hit by anybody.
Can you crack that over Jaybone's head someday at an Impact show? Can you? Storm was showing me. Storm had a whole case of those. And he's like, they love this shit, man. They love this shit. I fucking signed that label. They're all over it, brother. And I was like, that's fucking cool. Just selling like sugar glass beer bottles.
But then the swingman, he makes his appearance, Swinger's Palace shirt and all, and tells about, hey, I know where they got cheap beer and cheap Brizzots. And so he's taking them to the. They're like, sounds good to us.
Wait, pause there. Pause there real quick. Hold that thought. So Storm cracks Rohit, and Shearer kind of does nothing.
No, he does nothing.
He kind of stares him down like whatever. So I want to pause there for a second. Is this over? Is this already over? He already shed on Shearer, And Cheryl's like, fuck it, I don't care. You got knocked out. Like, is this done already? Are we like splitting this up? Is Tom coming in? Maybe. I don't know. Is this already done? Like, what are we? Where are we going with this now?
You're going to get a match between the beer guns and Sheer and Rohit.
But Sheer,
then we'll see what happens in that match.
Interesting. This seems very
or not.
This seems very quick to go to this direction with these two already. Really quick. I don't know. I'm a little.
Doesn't know if you can trust them. We'll see.
All right.
But they're not the boys they once were.
Maybe. All right, take it to Swingers. So Swinger says, I can keep the party going, Daddy. Come on in. And this is probably one of the best segments coming up here as they head over to Swingers Palace. So go ahead and
Swingers
take it.
Palace. That's where it really takes. Because the Swingers Palace made everything else get forgotten beforehand because it was so good.
Yes.
So they enter Swingers Palace, and James and Chris are they love it. They love it. They already love the pals. They're just oohing and on. But they take their seats. He sits them at the table. Johnny Bravo looking like the best dealer in town. We're all worried about Alicia Edwards. She might have a gambling problem. She's at the end there.
Well, he makes her start rapping. You guys catch that?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
The rap is going to go down in history.
Well, Storm is hammered, and he's like, "You look like a rapper." And he starts rapping to her.
Well, her emceeing at the Fire and Flava Festival was kind of a rap. So I can see where they're going if they're putting this all together.
Oh, that's right. She did that. I'm like, why is he rapping to her? I'm like, okay, now I get it.
Yeah. So I think that was the connection with the rap. So then, so Saban starts laying down a beat. He does a little beatbox.
So
and then James Stewart starts going. Oh, this is beyond ridiculous. Now, like in the watch along, it was like 75-25. People are loving it, and then other people are hating it. Like
really?
That's it's Wrestle House. It's the Shooting of Bravo. It's either you love this, and I think the majority loves it, but the minority is going to hate it because it's so different. They're taking a chance with this stuff. I think they do a good job, but it's a chance. You're not going to get everybody with it. But this I thought was fantastic because this is really out there, this stuff.
Can they start selling the Johnny Swinger on a horse painting from the background?
They should. That's fantastic.
Can that just be on Shop Impact so I can like frame it on like this wall back here?
I think we would all buy it.
So my mom can
It'd be behind me right here.
So my mom can come like, what the fuck is this on your wall? Like, why do you have a painting of a dude from the 80s riding a horse?
And then Swinger, when he goes, sorry about
you.
He steals his line, and that's fantastic.
Well, I love there's a couple of bullet points here I want to point out. Fowler comes running in with the $10 bill that he comes.
He is
loses it immediately.
So he loses it right away. Bad hand, right? He loses it right away. They escort him out. He's out of money. He's done. And he's like, what the hell? I can't believe I lost. The zoom in on Saban where he's like, this place rules.
Yes.
But then like
Saban's fantastic in all these.
He's great.
Great.
And then Fowler's getting taken out, and then Swinger with he's like, sorry about your damn luck, Daddy. And then Storm looks at him like, what? So awesome little say. It's like 2 minutes, but it's amazing. Bravo I don't think has any lines in this. He's just quiet, which is very odd for Johnny Bravo here.
Yeah, he might have one line.
He's
early.
dealing.
I'm trying. Yeah, he's dealing.
He's poking.
So it's something. It might be like a 1 or 2 words that he says.
They were drinking some Bud Light though. It was not the Storm beer.
As soon as I saw the Bud Light, I'm like, sponsorship?
I don't know. They almost zoomed in on the label. It seemed like for a second
because when they were in Canada for at least one set of tapings, they actually did have I think it was Corona. They had because they actually put it even on the back screen for a bit, and they had like the bucket of beer on the. So they had a very brief relationship, but that they actually showed it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Bud Light.
Interesting.
But usually they do not show it. They make sure not to show labels.
That could have been a whoops because it looked like
could have been a
whoopsie.
Speaking of whoopsie, where are you, whoopsie?
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt them. Doesn't hurt Bud Light. What do they care?
No.
But that was a funny segment. If you guys haven't seen it, that's definitely one to watch. But Alicia, you said you missed that one.
Yes.
You need to go back and watch it.
I'm sure it's on Twitter
worth 2 minutes. It's literally worth 2 minutes.
It's goofy. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it was a fun one. Taxman, did you catch this one?
Yeah, it was really good, and it's funny because Impact does comedy so well, right? Not like this is ridiculous. It's really well done. I don't know, the Johnny Swinger stuff, and it's still the catchphrases. Like, this is what, how many weeks in a row now where he's ended the segment with stealing somebody else's catchphrase. It's so good.
Yeah, what was the last one he did? God, I can't remember the last one.
Last week oh shit. Now you put me on the spot. I gotta think now.
I can't remember last week.
He stole
That's funny.
that'll come to me.
I didn't even catch
But
it.
Yeah,
it was something with the cookie. Something in response to the cookie.
The cookie, yeah, the whole cookie. Remember that? He's getting the whole cookie. But very cool segment, guys. And Bill, you ordered that T-shirt yet, or what? That in the mail?
No,
already?
that will be next. That probably is the next shop
Fingers
Impact
Palace, for sure. All right, guys. Next match: Tenille Dashwood taking on Nevaeh. This is from earlier. Not too long of a match. Kind of a short match. Tenille does win this one though. So
clean.
So I guess we don't. Not too much to talk about. We kind of talked about this earlier too, with how they're kind of gonna build up. Because remember, Nevaeh told Havoc, "Don't come out with me. I don't need you there." So that was kind of part of it too. But she did win clean though. That's the thing. There was no interference in this. So
Well, there was earlier in the match, right?
was the Kaleb get involved earlier?
Distraction.
What, by Kaleb, was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember if he did. I'm assuming he did. I wouldn't be surprised if Kaleb got involved, but
He was very Bobby Heenan-ish.
Yeah, like he was doing
neck brace and
I don't think he didn't get physically involved, but yeah, he might have drawn some attention, doing his job.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, being very Kaleb basically, but we'll see where this goes. Like I said, we kind of spent a little time on this the whole time with this in the previous segment that these two were in. So,
but this was also, and I mentioned this earlier, this is where Stryker mentioned that there's going to be more knockouts coming. So
we'll see. I'm with Alicia. It's like we got a lot right now that we need to do shit with first. So not that more isn't good. It's just like, let's not keep bumping everybody else down the card. You know, there's people who are there who I think just needed a good story. So
yeah.
Well, it depends where they come from too, right? If they're bringing in unsigned talent or whatever on Explosion, for example, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if we're going to be in a situation where they're going to bring women's talent from other companies and use the Impact knockouts as fodder, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, and that's what I don't want. I don't want it to be where they're just lining them up to be used to get other people over.
If it's that company down south, I can't imagine that.
I can't imagine. I mean, our Impact knockouts. Come on, that's this division defines it over that. So.
Yeah, that'd be the opposite. And I think those fans would be like, please.
Yeah,
run roughshod over our roster.
Well, he did say knockouts, so I mean, I gotta trust that it's gonna be maybe some veterans coming back. You know,
well, Killer Kelly maybe like the ones couple we've seen maybe already. Killer Kelly might be around.
Could be
some more official signings. The Sea Stars.
Sea Stars could be there.
We'll see.
All right.
I trust Matt.
All right. We'll see where it goes. We get a little backstage segment with Violent by Design. They are just talking about what happened. It's Diener mostly doing the talking. Their segments are cool. They're kind of like creepy, eerie.
This is one of the best promos I've ever seen Diener cut. Like in this new character. I mean, he shined here. And then they would do the little side clips of Eric. Eric like whispering stuff into his okay, this is what you're gonna say, and because it's all up here, So yeah, great segment, creepy, with the close-ups and everything, good stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this keeps going, man, because I like the setup here with this.
We get a tables match next week with Jake something. I can't wait for that.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's good. That could be a show stealer next week. Jake is like, you can even see Jake on Twitter. So, dude, he's like fired up after this. Like reinvigorated him as a person, I think, in general. So I'm psyched to see where this goes. But Violent by Design's off to a great start. This has been a good thing. If you guys missed it, Last week's explosion match was Joe Doring against Shogun, and it's probably my favorite explosion match of all time.
God.
Doring's a scary dude.
Yeah. I love the facial expression is great. It's just it's the most disgusted facial expression. Like he's just disgusted with life. I'm like, fuck.
I'm pretty sure he killed the teddy bear that was made out of his coat with his bare hands.
Just choked it to death, skinned it alive.
I don't know. It looks like Fozzie Bear.
It does.
Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie, you're dead.
Fozzie, dead. And he's just sitting shirtless in a forest, like
you went Fozzie.
Boom. Just putting his coat together in a forest. Coat ready. Just walks out.
I still say it's Wookiee. I don't know.
It's a dead Wookiee he's wearing. Shit, man. Who knows?
It might be all of them.
It's like everything. It's like everything.
Joe Doring in his basement, one small light bulb overhead on his table, and he's just like piecing it all together.
Puts the lotion all in the skin, or it gets the hose again.
Oh God,
yes.
This is scary.
No, just no, stop.
I did watch a Joe Doring like press conference from like 10 years ago in Japan, and like he talks, which is rare. You don't see him talk, but he ended the I don't want to kill the character here, but he ends the interview with, "This one's for my puppy, like Duke. This one's for you, man. I love my dog. Can't wait to get home to my dog." And I was like, what a nice guy. There's a man behind the monster that is Joe Doring. All right. Next segment is Kimberly, Deanna, and Susan quickly backstage. They're just all pissed off about what's going on with ODB, Jordan, and Jazz. Deanna thinks that Lee and Susan are deserving of a title shot. They go to Scott to propose the idea of Kimber and Susan having a title at a shot at the Knockouts Tag Championships. He said, "I have an idea. Next week, why don't you team up and take on Jazz and Jordan and they'll determine the number one contenders of the Knockouts Tag Team Championships." So we're getting a little knockout title deal going on here, which is good. Susan was very pissed off. She was very, very pissed off. She was filming.
Oh, Susan was fired up. She was hilarious.
I do love her on Twitter. Have you seen that on Twitter?
They're trying to reel her in, like, hey, just take it easy, and she's like, no, fuck the world, you know.
Trust me, I'm Susan. I love her Twitter. How she ends everything with "Trust me, I'm Susan."
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it, man. What a great character this has turned into. So, okay, I'm excited about this. I like that there's some knockouts, tag teams being put together. Susan and Kimber, I like. Actually, that's kind of cool. So maybe that gets Kimber and Susan some title activity. That'd be nice. I'm all for it where we're at here. This is step in the right direction with the knockouts tag belts. So I'm with that. All right, main event. We're on the main event now. This is it. Tommy Dreamer and Moose, old school rules. Taxman, you're the guest. I'll let you set this one up. This is the main event.
So I know that there's a lot of hate or whatever with Tommy Dreamer, and I don't understand it myself. But so I'm gonna leave that part out of the discussion for now, at least. But I thought it was a good match. Like, I mean, you're coming out of your not pay-per-view but a special. The whole episode has been a banger. Like, I don't know, this just capped off a really solid show. The one thing I will say is Tommy Dreamer, I know he's superfluous with weapons at this point, but it's like, I don't know
word.
What that Moose
it's a
needs
big
to
word
be,
for wrestling podcast, Taxman. That's a big word.
Sorry, I just bury myself here. I don't know that Moose needs to be in garbage matches anymore. Like, to me, is he not elevated enough to where he doesn't? Could he not just have a one-on-one match with Tommy Dreamer?
Like, do we need to hide it in a weapons match? You're saying, like, do we not need?
Why? If the idea is to use Tommy Dreamer to get Moose over, then why can't Moose just crush him like flat in the middle of the ring in 5 minutes?
Okay,
like, I understand. Like, you yes, Tommy Dreamer's a legend, and yeah, I understand, maybe air quote protect him or whatever. I don't think you need to.
I don't think you need to. Yeah,
very well established.
Yeah,
but like, is not the point of this to get Moose over, to like really strap the rocket ship to him? Why can't you just fucking beat him in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, with no weapons, no gimmicks? Moose is the better wrestler. Moose is the bigger wrestler. Moose is the younger wrestler. Whatever adjectives or whatever you want to use, verbs, nouns, pronouns, whatever. Like, why do they feel the need to continually book Moose and Tommy Dreamer in these kinds of matches? To me, it's odd.
Bill, you were nodding over there. You were going to say something.
Because even the co-stream,
yeah,
before the main event, people are like, "Well, this should be bell rings, spear, 1, 2, 3," and
really?
They're not wrong. That's how. Yeah. But I get it, and once again, I'm a big Tommy guy.
It's interesting because you three are in agreement. I didn't even this thought even crossed my mind, but like Alicia,
no, well, this goes back.
Too. Yeah,
this will go back to a lot of people think it's personal, but this goes back to Palmer and why Palmer was able to last 3 minutes with Moose, a security guard, was able to last with this man who should be just dominating everybody. That was my beef. Like, why was he even in a match with him? Because it's below him. He should not have to deal with something like that. And then to let the guy last 3 minutes for a week. But then they realized they had to kill the guy the next week. That was not the right call. I think they realized.
No, they should have ate him up immediately.
Well, that's the thing. It went on a week too long because he just should have been puree. He should have been done.
Puree.
Instead of Palmer, puree. So he should have been toast. But that, honestly, and I know it just was his birthday. He just was in the main event. Sadly, I would have done the same thing. I would have totally squashed Dreamer with Moose. If you're going to make the match, a minute. Just have him totally demolish him. Because that's what you want him. You want him to be a monster that can't be beat.
Yeah.
Alicia, you're with that too, though, huh? Like you're on.
Not for the same reasons, but I do see what Bill is saying, and so I just feel like for what they've set up, he should be like a great white shark in the water, just sniping motherfuckers out. and certain people, I don't know. I love Tommy, so of course it's not that. It's just I agree. Yeah, I'm not doing it any justice.
Jay, you want to chime in on this? Just main event.
I get what you guys are saying as far as what you think Moose should do, but I'm all for Tommy telling a story in the ring. And we saw the kind of story that Moose and Willie Mack told in the ring. And that was very extreme. And that was crazy. And we loved it. So I'll kind of compare it to that in a positive sense. Like, I wanted to see, like, okay, so going into this, Tommy's thing is Moose has to be punished, right? That's right. He came out of Scott's office and he's like, okay, so Scott was in agreement because of what happened at the end of the break. We didn't even have our champ on today.
Yeah, Rich was out there anywhere.
So that's what, and they also, that was continuous from BTI. They said that BTI carried it over to the main show, and that's important. So it's not like you went to the whole show. Oh, yeah, Rich won. Where is he? Oh, well, it's because of the beatdown. He's not medically cleared to be there. So this is all revenge for Tommy. Tommy's got the old school match. He's got to teach Moose a lesson. So I understand why they had the match they did, tell the story. So, but they also, in the same sense, to kind of defend what you guys were saying, at the end of the match, Moose had that, I'll just say, Hulk up moment where it looked like Tommy was going to finish him off with the kendo stick, and Moose was like, "No, man, hit me with whatever. I'm still going to bury. I'm still going to bury you." So he kind of did that, but you had to get to that point with the whole match. So.
Oh, are you muted?
Oh, he's on mute.
Sorry. So the end is kind of like what that you're saying. The last minute of the match is what the whole thing should have kind of been like. That whole, I'm not phased by you. I'm just gonna take you out. But yeah, they went like 15 minutes
Yeah. They went a while.
It was a while. So, but Moose does win. He takes him out pretty good at the end. But I see what you guys are saying. It didn't even cross my mind, but now that you guys all mention it, it does make sense. It does.
Well, if you want to look at this even closer, as Jay just said,
yeah,
Rich Swann and Tommy were both beaten down after the main event on Saturday.
Yeah.
Our champion can make it, but the 50-year-old Tommy Dreamer can't.
Yeah, yo.
I didn't even think about that. That's a great call out too.
Marinate for a little bit on that. It's
shit.
logic.
Well, because he didn't do as much to Tommy, but
he went. He went to town on Rich's leg.
But
he
still,
did.
But still, like what he did to Rich, like even doing half of that to a 50-year-old Dreamer should be the equivalent. You know, it should be a similar level of beatdown at that point. Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine if they saved this match to next week if that was the case. You know, hey, he beat him down pretty good 2 days ago. He can't make it. But yeah, I didn't you guys opened my mind with that. I did not even think about it. So
Wrestling gets confusing sometimes.
Soap opera, man.
Well, but sometimes it doesn't need to be, though.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, simple. Sometimes simple is better for this. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's it, guys. That's the episode. That's the Impact on AXS TV, February 16th, 2021. Very action-packed show, long show. We had Gia Miller at the top of this show today to plug her new show, which is the 3rd hour pre-show now before the Impact. So if you guys missed that, go back and watch it. Gia was on before the Impact. BTI on AXS TV is the new hashtag for the first hour. That's 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Pre-show, bonus match, countdown, insider stuff. It's really cool if you guys didn't see it. So, but yeah, that's it, guys. That's the show. We appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's get our plugs in here. Let's start. I want to, before we get our formal plugs in, Taxman, your show, and Alicia, has this been confirmed? Are Alicia guesting on your show? Is that for sure?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes, that's confirmed. Yeah.
You want to plug what episode, or do you guys know when yet? You want to just put that? Well, we'll plug your show. Where can people find it?
Okay, so you can find Grappling with Canada. That's looking into the history of Canada, the wrestling people, personalities, and events that shaped Canada. Episodes 1 and 2 are out now. Episode 3, which we're in production of right now, which Alicia has very graciously agreed to join the program. Last time I was on here, I had talked about episode 3, who it was going to be on, and I have laid the tease out that it was a former knockout champion, and I was wondering if anybody had caught what I was laying down there.
I don't know. You guys want to chat? Want to sound off? If anybody's whoever's left in the chat, sound off. Who do you think? A former Canadian knockouts champion? I think some people were guessing Taylor Wilde was the first guess I saw come through from a lot of people.
I saw that too. Not her.
They're saying Taylor. But do you want to reveal or you want to leave it as a secret?
I will. I want to get if you three gentlemen want to give me a guess, I will reveal it on this show.
Man, I have a guess, but I think my guess is I think you told me already. That's why I can't guess.
Ooh, did I? I don't know if I did.
You already told me, so I can't. I'm not going to guess. But I'll let Jaybone and Bill take a guess.
That's a little
everyone's
fuzzy
going
for
with
me.
the T's.
Taylor Wilde. Tracy Brooks is
Tracy
not a knockouts
Brooks.
champion though, so yeah, she's not a knockouts champion.
Yeah.
Taya, oh, that's all good. A lot of T's.
Yeah, but she's still current.
Yeah.
So there you go. Not current.
Not current.
Not
current.
Yeah, I could go retired. I should specify retired champion.
All right, Bill, you want to throw a guess in there?
Ooh.
Come on, Bill. Or Jaybone,
Retired. There's
retired Canadian knockouts champion.
I got to go with the. I say there's when we say the face of Impact or TNA Impact, I go AJ Styles. But I said I believe on one of our Sunday shows, if not AJ Styles, if I go knockouts, there's only one name: Gail Kim.
Gail Kim, yeah.
There you go.
That's the winner. There it is, Gail Kim.
Nice.
So Alicia's going to be joining the program for that'll be out in March.
Very cool.
And as I was laying that on thick, they all guessed Gail Kim.
There we go. Now they're popping in.
Once you said retired, that was
that got everybody going.
My first thought
that really gets it tight.
Yeah.
Canadian champion, retired.
Yeah, my first thought when you said retired was Velvet Sky, but I was like, wait, she's not Canadian.
No, she's not Canadian.
She can be whatever she wants.
No, Angelina Love is though.
She is, but she's still active.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Very cool. So it's 6_podcast on Twitter and Grappling with Canada. Available everywhere, I assume, all the podcasts.
Yeah,
outlets.
type in Grappling with Canada on any major podcast provider. If it's not there, I'll get it to you wholesale.
There you go, guys. Check it out. So Alicia will be guesting with him in June. Oh, I'm sorry, not June. March. Jeez. I'm already thinking ahead to warm weather, guys. Very cool. Alicia, kick it to you then. Where can they find you on online?
You can find me on the Twitter and the Instagram under the handle Alicia BKK.
Very cool. Very cool. Bill, we're going to get you.
They can find me, same thing, Twitter and the Instagram. At my name, William M. Gardner, Gardner.
Very cool. Jay Bronsky, Reno, we're going to get you in all your shows.
You can find me on that other little podcast called, here I'm putting it right in the chat, Smash This Podcast. Smash This Podcast is on YouTube. It's on Twitch and all the socials, the Facebotch, the Instaneck, and the Twitter box. And also for your bone on the go, the audio of Smash This Podcast is at anchor.fm/Smash This Podcast. And I say anchor because it truly is the anchor. It goes out everywhere. You got the Apple, you got the Google, you got the Castbox, bullrun.fm, I think, is the newest one that it's been catching. Spotify, but most of the listens are over on Apple. So yeah.
Very cool. Awesome, guys. You can get me at Trent Daivari over on Twitter. Also, Hemi Music on Twitter as well. And this show is available at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just type in We Talk Impact or Total Nonstop Impact in Google, and all of our social medias come up. Just look for that Ernie search bar. We come right up if you type in Total Nonstop Impact. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Audio on the go. Apple Podcast, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Rate, review, subscribe, guys. Take it on the go. Download it. Big shout out to all of our international listeners who listen on audio. A lot of international folks. We really appreciate that, guys. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. And on Twitch and YouTube, don't forget to follow, sub, cheer bits. If you have Amazon Prime, you get one free sub on Twitch a month. So if you use it for us, you can use it for us. You get free emotes. You get bonus emotes that you don't get anywhere else. We have, what do we got in there, Bill? We got Susie.
Someone throw it up there. We got Susie. We got Mike Tenille. We got Johnny Bravo. We got Monty Brown.
That's right. We're missing one. We got one more. We're missing one. Bravo, Susie.
Oh, Swingman.
Swingman's in there. That's right. So we got
Swinger's Palace.
If you sub, you get a private chat and you get the emotes. So go and get there. Like I said, Amazon Prime, it's free to any channel. And then, Bill, is that sale still going on, or is that done for Amazon?
Sadly, I believe it ended. So make sure, if you did take advantage of the $50 gift card, or only $40 with the code TwitchLove.
TwitchLove. It was Valentine's special. But you got basically got $10 for free if you bought the gift card. Keep an eye though on Twitch. They're always running promotions.
They do them often. So I know like RK got one. I think a couple other people did. So hopefully, I'll definitely stay tuned for the next time. Stay tuned for holidays. Holidays are usually a good idea for those. It's
a good time to stock up. If you're a Twitch fan, if you're a member of Twitch and you like cheering bits, gifting subs, things like that, look for the holidays. That's a time to stock up on their stuff. So check it out, guys. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact and Discord. The chat between the shows continues on Discord. So get on Discord, hook it up, chat in there. There's different rooms. There's a treehouse, which Mark's hanging out and usually talking treehouse related stuff. There's pizza. There's throwback talk. There's impact talk. Everything you can name.
Music.
Music also. Everything's in Discord. And then what else? The show schedule. Every Tuesday, post-show, after Impact on AXS TV, we're going to go live just 5 minutes after it ends, right here where you're watching right now, YouTube and Twitch. Thursday nights is Throwback Night. We talk the Asylum shows, NWA, TNA, Asylum. We're on 58 this week, right, Bill? Number 58?
Sounds right to me.
58 this week. Get your Impact Plus fired up. It's $8 a month. Watch along with us. We talk all the old stuff. It's great to go down memory lane.
And it gets wild. It's not, don't think because it's not this night. It's not then we do a normal podcast.
Yeah.
It probably takes this to the next level. We go off on tangents for many minutes.
Yeah. There was one about the Peacock streaming network that's legendary that we went on. Mark was definitely in the treehouse for that one.
I almost peed myself laughing on that one with Mark. Yeah, it was great.
You guys are missing out on that throwback. I jump in on Thursday, and then Sunday night is the Impact Plus Weekly. We talk Explosion and kind of open forum stuff, guys. So join us for that. And then in between any specials, pay-per-views, we do those too. Breaking news. Just subscribe to the channel. When we go live, you'll be notified. So is that it? I miss anything, Jay?
No, that's it, I believe.
Right,
and tune in for the throwback for the Scott Hall imitations that Trent's going to do.
I'll do it Thursday. I'll do the Scott Hall impersonation Thursday on Throwback Show.
Yeah, there
He's
it is.
Throwback guy. Very cool. Hey, no, we're doing it Thursday, Armand. Thursday will be on Thursday. But cool. Check out Jaybone tomorrow night. He's doing the AEW Dynamite review on Smash's podcast. Hang out with Jaybone tomorrow. So go sub to him. But that's going to do it for us. Thank you again to Gia Miller for hanging out with us. Talk before the Impact at the top of this show. If you missed it, go back and watch. That's why it's a long episode today. We had Gia for about a half hour or so, which flew by the way. That was a quick half hour almost.
That was good.
Yeah, so go check out Gia, guys. And then, let her know how you like it. Tweet Impact on AXS TV. Tweet us at We Talk Impact, BTI on AXS TV. Get all your thoughts out there. Let the buzz keep continuing. And we will see you guys Thursday night for Throwback. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Stay warm out there. We'll talk to you later.